Good afternoon, Jason. How you doing, buddy? You early bird? I hope you're well. Just wait for a couple more to come in the old room. Pardon me. Tracy and Brad, how you doing? Is this Tracy or is this Brad? Are you awake, my little munchkin? You okay? You just woken up? My little Riley boy's just woken up. He's had a little half-hour kip. He might go back down for a bit yet. He might just chill out, which is good.
Daddy?
Yes, mate.
When will we come back?
Roy's the boy's on holiday today, mate. He won't be coming today. Well, he might do. He might show up.
Daddy?
Yeah.
You'll be boy.
Roy? Yeah, Roy's on holiday.
We
We can't ring him, mate. He's on holiday. He may show up a bit later on. You never know. It's both at the moment. Cool. That's fantastic. Scrap Metal Junkie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, been busy. Been busy bees. Had an extra hour in bed. Well, you may have done. But because of Riley's syndrome, we didn't. We never do. So Riley boy's been awake since since previous time. So it's still 3 o'clock for Riley. He woke up this morning at 1:30. So no, we didn't get an extra hour of sleep, to be fair. Here's a guy. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. There's Pete. There he is. I've got a mod in. That's fantastic. That's good to see. Yeah, so me and Riley boy have been busy. We've been busy in the old shack today. Preparation for Halloween, because we're quite big on Halloween in our family. Riley's already got his costume. What costume have you got? Where is it? Where is it? Bring it here so I can show guys. I don't know what costume he has got this year. Mrs. P picks it up for him. What have you got this year? What have we got? Skeleton one. Is that glow in the dark? That's quite cool. So Riley boy's got a little skeleton outfit to wear. Has he got a mask? Where's the mask? Is it in the kitchen? Go and see. Go ask Nana. So he's got a nice little skeleton outfit to wear this year. That'd be quite cool. This boy. Remember when he was in Tilly Little Clothes. So he's got that one. I'm going to order mine yet. Been up most of the night. Never get any sleep in my house yet. Oh, he's got a mask here as well. That's pretty cool. So he's got a little mask. How's that working? Oh, just a bit of the old, what's the name? It fits daddy. Yeah, I look like a Canadian scrapper now. So that's cool. That's good. Yeah, right boy.
Daddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look how we join.
We'll get some people on the chat in a bit, mate. Yeah.
My God.
In a bit, you'll see. Granna's Workshop afternoon, Mick. Hope you're well. Not working too hard on the shed. Just refelted.
Daddy?
My shed roof has had a leak
Daddy?
yet. Well, my old shed at the moment has got.
Daddy?
Yes, buddy.
Mama, Bob.
You'll have to see. Let's have a chat first, and then we'll get people up in a bit, eh?
Oh.
Yeah, coming thick and fast, mate. I can see that.
Okay.
My old shop is still leaking like a vegetable calendar. It's UK Elvis yet. Lucky 7, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Must be all over your side. US Special Forces have found and killed
Okay, well, on.
the founder of ISIS last night. Oh, did they really? I've not seen
Daddy?
any news at all, Craig.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, on.
In a minute, mate. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, on.
So, any idea who that was, Craig? I got no idea who that was. I said I've not seen any news at all. Craig says good morning, Riley and Mick. Boat says hello. Ian Days, hi Riley. Just trying to catch up. Just make oh, it's just breaking now. Is that okay? That's cool. Boats is in the house. Hi Riley boy. Riley boy is actually coming down with something. He's not been too clever. He's borderlining it, so we'll see how we get on. But it's like a jack in a box, as you can see. He just keeps popping up. Yeah, that's Boats.
Okay.
It says, oh, Colin Kelly. Collins, hang about for a bit, mate. I'm going to give you a bit of a shout out today, buddy. I just watched the latest video. I'll try and give you a bit of a shout out if I can, mate. If you want me to. I don't have to if you don't want me to, but I would like to. J&J Mud Mowers, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Riley boy's not doing too bad. As I say, he's coming down with a cold or his flu or he's got something going on, plus his normal stuff. So we're a little bit of a set of scales at the moment, just trying to keep it all balanced. Brian Hull, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Just been emailing you. So that's all good. Looks like we've got quite a few. We've got 23 in the room already. This is what I'm showing. That's fantastic. 26 actually. That's cool. Don't forget to give your thumbs up, a nice good little tap on your way in or on your way out. That'd be brilliant. I'd like to try and get up to a good number of likes today if possible, because it does help towards the growth of my channel, and that's what it's all about. So you guys are chatting amongst yourselves, which is pretty good. I've got Craig moderator in, Boats moderator in. I just want to make Lucky 7 a mod as well, because I've known you for a good while now. So I'm actually lucky you're now modded. J&J is already modded. Kathy's in. Yeah, well, he's okay, Kathy. He's just, I'll leave it to you alone, buddy. He's just not 100%. He's sort of going around about 60%. So he's not brilliant.
Daddy?
Yes, buddy.
What are you telling me, Charlie?
Kathy's come and said hello to you.
Daddy?
And she sent some smiley faces. Look, see?
What about Doug?
Doug's not here yet. No, I don't know if Doug's up yet.
Daddy?
Ian Days is in.
Daddy?
Yes, buddy.
What about what's that?
Craig Durbin says, give Riley boy, where are you? Give Riley boy big hugs.
Which one?
No, he's down in the chat. No trolls today or anything like that. Wherever we get any, we get some and we just kick them out near beers. That's what it is. They make them over. Ian Matthews to come over and said, hello, Riley boy. That's cool. That's fantastic. 26 in the house. That's what I like to see. Craig, trouble is there's a lot of more. Yeah, but the problem is that with all types of cell groups like that, you know, you get one and then another one takes its place. It's the way it goes. Yeah.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Yeah, we can talk about our trick or treat in a minute, mate. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Nana's talking now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowl, please.
Bowl.
That'd be good. Nana's just sorting out dinner. Snobby Scrap Pickers in the house. That's fantastic. Good to see. I think the whole military is very well informed, to be fair, and it's a bit like Bin Laden, isn't it? You know, they knew where he was. They knew exactly where he was, because it just seemed too obvious that when the US went in there, he was in a little tiny rundown shack. You know, yes, buddy. Not yet.
Yeah, sir.
They knew exactly where he was. You know, and I think what they do is they leave him there. Yeah.
What's you?
Snobby.
What's that?
He says, Ian Days, hello, buddy. Yeah, he'll be back in a minute.
Daddy.
Riley, can we just settle down a touch, please? I know you're buzzing. I fully understand that, son. I'm trying to keep it on a nice, level, easy playing field. Yeah, he's back. Find it, restore it. How you doing? So I think they like to leave them in these places and just watch them from afar, just so they can collect some more information on the next ones down, all that sort of stuff. It's the way our world goes, isn't it? So that's good. Right, we've got plenty of mods in here, which is good. So if any one comes in that perhaps shouldn't do, or is giving anybody any stick, so I mean he's not very well at all. Then if the mods can just I don't mind what you do. You can remove them, delete them, whatever it is. I'm not worried about what you do with them, as long as you take them out, and I don't want to be seeing any offensive language or behaviours or that sort of stuff going on. So you mods know what you got to do. You'll pretty much run your own channels, and you know what you're doing. Yes, buddy.
Do it now.
I'll do it in a bit. So, what have we been doing today, Riley boy?
What?
Oh, was that a door? Was that a door? Was that a postman?
No,
oh, it's Nana. Okay. So me and Riley boy have been out in the shack today, and we've been doing something for Halloween, and I don't know if I can show. I might better show you if I just use my phone now. I didn't upload it onto the old laptop because I just didn't have time. So for Halloween, as I say, me and Riley Boy are big on Halloween, and so is our whole family.
Coffee.
Yeah. And today we made a coffin. Now last year we didn't have a coffin because the one we had made previously had broke, and the old one had a strobe light in it, and it had a smoke machine in it, and it had I wired up a 240-volt drill and cable tied the throttle halfway down and welded an off-center cam on it, so that as soon as I turn the plug on, the door rattled quite aggressively, and it used to send kids down the driveway screaming. In fact, some parents wouldn't even bang the door. It was hilarious. But this year I haven't really had time to do that, to make the one I wanted. So I thought, well, how do I get around
Daddy.
the 2 seconds, mate? Daddy's talking. How do I get around the drill off center cam bit? I don't have a spare drill I can just manipulate to do that. I don't want to use a decent one. So I thought, well, the only other way I can do it is to make it big enough for me to fit in. So I made, yes, buddy.
Sorry, right here.
What's the matter? You just tell me.
Right there?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like little door rattling. Yeah. So this year, me and Ryder Boy, and we only started this yesterday. We had to pack it up yesterday afternoon because it was absolutely larruping down with rain, and I had to use pallet timber. So this year, I've actually made my own coffin, and there it is there, which is quite cool. 6'4" tall and about 27 inches across, and 15 inches at the top and bottom. And I can fit myself in there quite comfortably. I've got a handle on the inside, which is cool. So I can rattle it. I'm going to put a strobe light in there. I'll be all dressed up, and when the old kids rock and roll up onto the old door to bang it, this will be right next to the door. So I'll be able to terrify them. It's got chains on there as well. So with the added advantage of having a strobe light inside it, there's enough cracks in there because it's made out of pallet wood to flash and have scary music, all that sort of good stuff. So that'd be really good. So we've been really busy with that, and it's probably taken us about 3 hours total work time on it to put it together.
Daddy.
It's only rough. There's no engineering behind it. It's just literally just something. I loaded 8-foot tall pallets I got for nothing, cut them up and what have you. So me and Riley have been really busy in the shop yesterday and this morning, finishing that off, and there is a video for it as well. Done a little video. So you better see how we actually made it. Yes, buddy.
Now?
I'm going to put someone up in 2 ticks, yeah, because I like to get anyone up that I can do. We just see who comes up. Yeah, as I say, Kathy, we're just quite big on anything to do that has family in it. As you know, I run a very family orientated family. You know, I like family. Can't always choose a family, right? But it's something for the kids, and Riley is going to be like a kid for the next 50 years. So something I'm going to really enjoy doing. Our house is lit up for Christmas, Easter time. We have Easter egg hunts, Halloween. We do all sorts of stuff. So we're always doing something, which is cool. Just vape inside the coffin, yeah. That'd be good, yeah. Yeah, I hope Roy's having a good time. I really do, but I know he wasn't happy because he looked at the weather forecast, and the weather forecast was absolutely horrendous for 2 weeks. So I know he wasn't very happy. Retro Restore Martin, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. You had a good stream yesterday. I quite enjoyed that. Makes you wonder why they cost thousands to buy. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, it might be a little industry I can get into, Martin. You know what I mean? But it'd take me 3 hours to knock one up. And the scary thing is, it actually fits me quite well. So I may just keep it in the back of a shed and just, instead of buying one, I'll just use that. I'm around my son's Halloween time. Cool. Oh, Tim, yeah. I mean, we're big on it. So, and I also have a big projector that I set up in the front room here, and it's got a DVD. They're up for sale on, I think it's eBay, called Ghostly Apparitions from America. But it's not cheap, I must admit. For a DVD, it's not cheap.
CD?
Yeah, like a CD. Yeah.
What's that?
I think I paid about 30 quid for it.
Where?
But it's all 3D ghostly apparitions done really, really well, and I blast that up against the window onto a big curtain, a shower curtain screen, and when all the lights are off, it's just like having a ghost in the front room. And it looks really good. So I'll do some videos of that as well. Yeah. Southern Bells popped in and say hello. How you doing? Stefan's in. How you doing? How you doing?
Daddy.
Riley, are you working on your Christmas list yet? Riley, are you working on Christmas list yet, or Halloween first? What are you doing? Christmas or Halloween?
Hurry!
Halloween first. Yeah, we try and slow him down
Maybe
because
Christmas.
the next thing will be Christmas tree going up, and then we're in full tilt. So that's good. Right. So that's what I've been doing. You never know. Roy might show. He did say to leave it open. If he does message me, then I'll keep an eye on the old messages. But he did say he will try. But he is on holiday, and we all need a break. Even running a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm quite busy on mine. I put regular content out, and you do need a break from it. I tell you. Liam's in. How you doing? Nice to see you. So we're showing 41 in there, which is cool. How many thumbs up do we have? I can't even see. I don't think. I'm showing 3 thumbs up is what I'm showing, but that's probably inaccurate now. It may be right actually. 15 up and 2 down. Woohoo! Fantastic. Got a couple of dislikers. That's what I like to see. I don't know quite what there is to dislike about on this channel, but there you go. That's what people's opinions are, and you're fully entitled to it. And I hope you enjoy putting a thumbs down. That's lovely. So if I put a thumbs up, that'd be great. Stick one up, and I'm not worried about thumbs down. It doesn't bother me. I'm still getting the watch time out of you, so that's good enough. Right, so 18 up and 2 down. Good lad. That's what I like to see. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the old link in the chat. That's Riley's fingers doing that. Let's post that up. And what we do is, because I'm on my Todd, I was just going to sit and talk to myself. So the link is there. If anyone feels the need to, wants to come up for the duration, or wants to come up just for 5-10 minutes, have a chat, say hello, or whatever, more than welcome. All you got to do literally is just you'll come up in the basement, and then I see you. And as long as you've got your camera turned on, I'm happy. Anyone that doesn't have a camera turned on, you won't be allowed up, because I don't know whether it's a fake account or what have you. So that's just the way I do it, and just so I know. So if anyone wants to come up, more than happy, and we can chat about anything. Chat about your channel, my channel, what you've been up to this week, what you want to get into, or whatever. I'm happy. I love this. We can chat in the last year. This is a brilliant way to chat and what have you. I'm on phone, Mick. Hopefully, will work. Yeah, it's cool, Jay. Up to you. If it don't work, Jay, we just it is what it is. You can't odds it. Den boy, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Southern Bell, Den boy's in, just so you know. So that's all good. So yeah, we're just in full tilt for Halloween at the minute, which is cool. Engine wise, I sold a nice hedge trimmer yesterday, which was quite nice. I sold that big long extension Titan I had. That was quite a nice little price. And I've got some of the other videos done. I shan't say what I've got running or what I haven't, because some videos haven't been released yet. But I've been working on bits and pieces. Hi, Mick and Riley. Hope you're both well. Yeah, we're doing very good, thank you. Yeah, exactly that. Everyone is welcome as long as you all respect each other, and in particular respect me and my little boy. Anyone that doesn't, the mods will be on top of you. Got Jason Massey in the house. So Jason, come on up. He's there. I can see him. Hopefully he's there. How you doing, Jason? Nice to see you, buddy.
All right. How are you doing?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, you got headphones on too? You're learning fast.
Yes.
That's good. So this is Jason Massey up. Jason, your channel is called
JJ's Motors,
JJ's.
Mowers and Machines.
That's it. Yeah. And in future, Jay, if you just redo your title on your StreamYard, then we'll know what your channel's called. That'd be easier.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
No problem.
Craig Durbin says Mick is the mower king of the UK. I don't know about that. I do try. They're not always simple as that. In fact, Jason is currently trying to get some mowers going and some strimmers, which is cool. Mick, are you going to go live on Halloween? I could very well go live on Halloween. I could do, but the problem's going to be is if you're going live, I could just set up maybe my phone. Yes, buddy. Jason Massey's here. Hi.
Hi.
I could just put my phone up actually on a power bank and go live. That could be quite good. But I'm also going to record it with a GoPro because I can hide my GoPro quite well in the bush. So that should give you live or give you some good commentary of the kids running down the old driveway flat out. That could be good. That'd be so cool, Mick. Yeah. Well, I just think it's just, like I say, for my channel, it's not all just about mowers. Strimmers and whatever. I do family stuff too. As you all saw me trying to repair my tumble dryer the other week and do a bit of Halloween. We did an Easter egg hunt, and for my birthday, I invited you all for barbecue and whatever. So It's what it's all about. Jason, a question from Liam. Jason, what is your favourite mower?
Mine? I don't know really. I quite like the Mounfield.
In what respect? One of the Briggs and Strat on it?
Yeah,
or?
the Briggs, because obviously they're a lot easier to work on. And I
Jace.
just find them easy to work on and nice when you use them as well. They're easy to use. So
yeah,
that's my favourite.
I'm not a massive fan of them, to be fair. Jace, yeah, Boats is here. Yeah, in a minute. I'm not a massive fan of the hi Boats of the 3.5 Classic in regards to its usability. I like them to work on because they're simple, they're straightforward, and everything else. But for using them, they don't run high enough for me. They're not endurable enough in some of the taller grass. But they are. Hi, Obama, how you doing? So for me, yeah, the 3.5 flathead, as everyone knows it, they're a good engine and nice to work on, but they don't have a high enough torque ratio for me.
I suppose as well, it depends if you're doing a lot of grass cutting with them. If it's only like one lawn, it's not too bad, I suppose. But
if you're just doing mediocre stuff, that's the thing. You don't ever see a flathead. I wish they did do it like a 7 horsepower flathead would have been nice to have seen. I've never seen one. That'd have been brilliant. I would have been interested then, but they don't do them. So and those ones are now stopped. Yeah. That's Boats. He's in. Where's your trousers?
Morning, Riley.
Go put your trousers on. Don't walk around in your pants like your dad. Or your phone. It's terrible, no. I tell you. Absolutely terrible. So Bama Mud Mower's just come in the house. How you doing, Doug? Nice to see you, buddy. So yeah, what's your favourite mower, Boats, or do you have a preference, Boats?
I like my Honda pretty well.
Oh, Jason's gone. Yeah, I'm in a Hondas too, and a lot of the Honda stuff now also. The Briggses have sort of copied to a certain degree as well, so they are sort of running neck and neck this year. It'd be nice to see what they come out with next year, because the new overhead valve Briggs is not too bad actually. It wants a bit of tweaking just to get it to run a bit higher.
Oh, okay.
Craig Durbin says, Mick, can you plug the foundation? Yeah, the foundation definitely is a charity that I belong to that supports children and adults who have Smith-Magenis syndrome, like my little Riley boy. And I'm a trustee on the board and have been now for 4 years. And the foundation supports, as I say, adults and children who live with this syndrome, like my little Riley. And they do fantastic work all over the UK and Ireland, and also we have an international charity now where we link up with about 15 other. 2 seconds, mate. 15 other SMS syndrome charities all over the world. There's a big one in America called Prisms. Look them up. They do some fantastic work in America and in Canada. They're under prisms.org. They do fantastic work with SMS. Yeah.
You touching?
I don't touch nothing, mate.
What you touching?
I didn't touch nothing. Don't look. I know you're the managing director, but don't start putting rank on me on a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Miss Canadian Scrapper's coming. How you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Go and get your mask and show Miss Canadian Scrapper your mask, because she's well into masks. That's it. Show Miss Canadian.
I'm already wearing mine.
I've got mine on now.
Yeah, I have as well.
Miss Canadian Scrapper.
Scrapper.
Yeah, Scrapper. Show your mask. Where are you?
Scrapper.
Miss Scrapper, he says. He's trying to say Miss Scrapper. Put your mask on then so we can see.
I hear me.
Yeah, you can hear you. Yeah, can we see you? I can't see you though.
Are you ready?
Yeah, are we ready, Miss Canadian Scrapper? That's it. Come around here then. That's it. Where are you? There you are, Miss Canadian Scrapper. He's got his Halloween mask on. Oh, that way. There he is. You look like your nana now, Riley.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy, I said back.
Craig Durbin says I was born with my Halloween mask on. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Daddy?
Mick, have you got a Bell Mixer petrol? Where did that go? A Bell Mixer petrol, and it will only run. Oh, Mick, I've got a Bell Mixer petrol, and only run on choke. Is full on. Would you say the needle on the carb or something else?
Daddy?
It may not necessarily be. Yes, buddy.
What you 4 or 2?
2. It may not necessarily just be with a needle. I mean, in all fairness, if you've got a carburetor machine that will only run on choke, it is probably a fuel delivery issue. So, like I was saying to Jace the other day, when he's got a strimmer coming in and wanted a bit of advice on it, take the carburetor off if need be. If it is a fuel issue, take it off and just strip it. Because the chances are, if you've got issues in the main jet or in the needle jet, or you could have issues within the whole carb. So there's nothing worse than having a machine that you stripped, or you take the needle out, clean that out, and what have you, and you'll have an issue somewhere else. So just take the carburetor off and take it apart. That's my best advice.
Like you said to me, Mick, it could be just fuel lines as well. Could
very well be. But this one is running on choke only. Yours isn't running.
Right. So, yeah. True.
So you're having to give it more fuel to get this machine to run. So 2 seconds, mate. So I would definitely say it could be a jet problem, because you're having to choke it and push more fuel up through the jet. So try that. Mick, do as Riley says, as he's a boss. Yeah. Mate, you ain't got to tell me. All I get is tap, tap. Look, tap, 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 tap. Yes, buddy.
Who we on now?
We've got Jason Massey in the house, and we've got boats. Let's get a few more up here.
Daddy.
There's the link coming up into the chat. If anyone wants it, you know what to do. Just tap on the link and just show your face on the camera, and I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I've been trying to get my mask off for the last 44 years.
Daddy.
Hit the thumbs up, people. Riley, love your mask. Miss Canadian Scrapper says, yeah.
Ruby.
We'll see. So Miss Canadian Scrapper loves your mask.
Oh,
she says it's brilliant.
Daddy, I already have one.
You know everyone, do you?
Also back.
Okay. J-Dub Vlogs, how you doing? Hope you're feeling a bit better. J-Dub. Hit the thumbs up, people. Hey, cat, that's cool. So any more questions for us? Not up here, you've got Jason Massey, who tries to work on lawnmowers, bits and pieces, and mechanically minded. You've got Boats, who generally just sits on the settee, not saying a lot in his dressing gown, but he's quite happy just to be on the screen.
Daddy.
Hang on, we've got people going live all over shot at the moment. We've got someone else here. Things to do with tech. So this person has got a mask on, which is cool. It might. Yes, it's a Halloween mask. It's not scary. Yeah, I've got another one here. We've got Ian as well. So we've got one there. He's got a mask on, and we've also got Ian Matthews coming up as well. Yeah.
I've got my mask on as well.
Yeah. Yeah, say hi, yeah.
Hi.
Right, Ian, how you doing?
I'm struggling.
I can feel my little boy.
Morning, Ian.
My little boy is actually shaking. I can feel it. He's feeling shaking.
Hello, Ian.
Has someone got their YouTube on?
Me, but I'm trying to find which one it is. Of that many screens.
Hang on 2 seconds, mate. Ian's just trying to sort his thing out. You right, Ian? That sounds better.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better, mate. Yeah, we got you now. Yeah.
When things to do with tech popped up, then I thought that was my ex-wife.
Fun things to do with tech. Can you just lift your mask up to show Riley that it's not actually a real creature; it's actually a person? See, look, it's just a mask. Look, you take the mask off. There you go, and put a mask on it. That's it. It's just a mask. Fun things to do with tech. Sometimes Riley has a real problem with figuring out what's real and what ain't. I can feel his little legs were actually trembling on the chair. Yeah. Fun things to do with tech.
Hi.
That's it. He's right. He's put his mask back on now. See, you got your mask, haven't you? There you go. Now he's sorted. Ian, can you take your mask off, mate, and let Riley know? It's amazing. It's amazing how his brain thinks like that. Because he actually thought that was real. I could feel him shaking. Oh yeah, Riley boy. Yeah. Yes,
I've come in here for a little bit of a tidy up. Seen you on live and you stopped me. And,
well, that's not my fault. Hey, you had it. Wow.
So, see all this on floor?
No, see your hand. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, I've got to sort all them motors out and all that wiring out.
So, well, I mean, you had a tidy up the other day, didn't you? You could sit. Where's your bench?
No.
Yeah.
The life of a scrapper.
Yeah, but it's the life of anyone with a workshop, mate. You know that it's what it's like. You know.
Hey, I was just about to throw this away, so I'll show it you, and you can decide.
Daddy, you want to
Mick, I've actually PM'd you on Facebook.
There we go. Oh, bang.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
Briggs and Strat recoil
follow.
colour. Yeah, that works. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, but it's no use to me. Is it any use to you? But
It is,
thing
mate. Yeah, bung it over. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's all right. Don't matter.
It got cut off there, so.
That's all right. I can weld something on.
Well, it's yours if you want it. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, bung it over.
Right.
I'll email you.
I have. No, I've already got your address, haven't you? I sent you a sticker.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. Oh no, it wasn't. That was recent.
Have you moved?
No, well, only into my new shed.
Yeah, well, that's just to me get rid of, pal. So you're lucky. I'll send you that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I've wasted much shit.
Southern Belle says he's such a cutie pie. Ian, Southern Belle says, oh no, it might be Riley. Hang on, let me get.
Hang on, let me get my best side. Oh yeah.
She may be talking about Riley. I'm not quite sure yet.
Daddy.
Mick, I think what Ian is on about to say, Mick, he is sending you the lot. He's not sending me the lot, trust me.
If I could.
Ian's a scrapper. He won't be sending a lot over, I can guarantee you. Look, fun thing to do, take his mask on again. Let's see.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
Yes. He said, fun thing to do, tech is crazy.
Daddy.
Yeah.
You watering?
Hmm?
You watering?
Not yet.
Where you go?
We've got Kathy says, I've got something for Halloween that I need to mail for Riley. Cool.
Daddy.
You can use it next year. So
Daddy.
Kathy's going to send you something over.
Daddy.
Yeah.
What about your bear?
The bear. Where's the bear?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
No, that's Doug. That's Doug. That is this Micks Mowers.
See what I got?
No, Doug's one. Look, Ian's got that big sticker.
Do you want one of these, Miss Canadian Scrapper?
Daddy.
I'll send you a small one.
Well, I'll
Daddy.
put the link in one more time, and
Watering?
then hopefully we get a full complement of people up here. Don't forget to give your thumbs up, people, and share it out if you want to as well. If you want to share it out onto your media platforms, get more in here.
Daddy.
More the merrier,
Daddy.
as far as I'm concerned. Yes, Riley boy, you're absolutely full of questions today. What are we looking at? Yeah, it's fun things to do with tech. Is his mask?
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah.
You talk?
No, I'm actually going to get one of them stickers made myself, actually, in for my channel, because when I get my workbench set up, I'm going to have a big display board as well. I'm going to get is it like a 4x4
Daddy.
sticker you put on a wheel? Is it something like that?
Daddy.
Well, that's actually it's a poster. You know, my stickers.
Okay.
My stickers. You've had one of my stickers. They're a bit smaller. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get my image done. You can buy them for I think they're about 15 quid. For a Land Rover spare wheel cover. Yeah, calm down here. No, that's 15 quid.
Daddy. Daddy.
Yes, Riley boy.
What are we trying?
We'll see. We'll see if someone else comes up in a bit.
Yeah, well, when you get your design done, let me know because I get all mine printed for free. So you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't get all mine free, but that's not expensive. If you know, it's just how I want my my workshop to look like. You know, and not like yours, Ian, with stuff everywhere. I'm gonna have half of my shed as a workshop area, and then the other half just for repairing stuff. Yes, Riley. Can I get some Crispies?
Yeah.
I'll get last now. Get some Crispies then.
For you.
No, for you. Go on, go and get yourself a Crispies and a bowl.
Maya.
He's already had his lunch.
I have noticed in Ian's shed he's got like a strategic path to his bench. That's the only bit that hasn't got any muck in it.
Yeah, that's called a hoarder.
Yeah.
Daddy. What did you say?
I said, do you want some Crispies? If you want Crispies, get some Crispies.
Daddy. Maya.
I've got that Canadian Scrapper.
Where'd you put the milling machine, Ian?
It's. I'll uncover a.
Daddy.
That's what I've been. That is what I've been doing all the last few days. I've actually got it out now, so it's all ready for painting and reassembly. I've moved my lathe to over there, and that's what I'm doing. Just getting rid of stuff. Getting
Matt Stubbington.
Miss Canadian Scrapper will know this. It's when it comes winter, you want something to do, so you save your stuff for stripping for over winter. You know.
Yeah, to be fair, I am. There's a bit of scrapper in me because I don't throw nothing out either. And you know, I went through some of my stuff just last week I'm making a gift for somebody in Canada at the moment, and he's into the same stuff as me. And I went through some of my equipment and bits and pieces that I wanted to pinch bits off and what have you, and I had like 40 pieces of the same equipment that I don't need at all. I need 5, and that's all I'm ever going to need. But just don't have the heart to throw it out. Don't have the heart to throw it out, because I will find a use for it one day, probably when I'm about 95 and full of arthritis and can't physically work on anything anymore.
Daddy,
Yes, buddy.
which one are we doing?
No one yet.
Do you have one of these?
Yeah.
Got me covered up.
What is it?
It's a window sash lock for a sliding
There's a
window.
window. There's
No?
a window.
No.
I'll show
A
you
win-
the other part.
A window sash lock. Oh, it's a lock for a sash
Right.
window.
Yeah, this little bit here broke off.
Can't you fix it in?
No,
Daddy,
and I've looked on the internet and I can't find. There's no name on this
Daddy,
except for lock.
what did you do?
Matt Stubbington has said, Mick, I'm surprised you're able to save that generator carb. Yeah, that was a serious
Daddy.
carburetor. Yeah,
What did you do?
nowhere.
No.
He'll be back in a bit.
Where is she?
Yeah, that carburetor actually looked like someone had taken the bowl off of it, literally threw up in it, and then put it back in. Literally, it was like full of like onion soup. It was dreadful. But to be fair, that carburetor, it came back, and that now I've tweaked the tick over ever so slightly. It's not right. You shouldn't really do that, but it helps it. It runs lovely and it powers. So now I can probably run some lights out here for Halloween or what have you. Just plug it into extension and just pull the old generator up and away she goes. It'd be cool. So super happy with that. Yeah, it was a soupy carb. You're quite right, Pete. It looked like someone had thrown up in it. It was rough.
I never got the chance to look at that mower that I've got, that petrol mower. So
It'll come.
I'm not going to be using it now over winter, so
No, that's it, exactly.
store it. It's something to do with that dead man switch. It's not allowing a spark to hit the spark plug.
It'd be dead man switch, core related or wire related, somewhere in there. I know that a bloke on here, Killer B, is not in today. He's got a problem with a spark issue, and he's changed everything, literally, even for brand new stuff, and he can't get it spark. I think he's due to bring it down to me at some point. See if I can't fail at trying to get it going as well. We'll see. I like a challenge. It might be something stupid that he's missed, or sometimes a different mindset looking at the same problem helps. You know what I mean? Sometimes it makes it twice as worse. You've got two people trying to find the same problem. But it's what it is. So yeah, that's all good. And I'm just working through now the other bits and pieces I had. The chainsaw, that's next on the bench. And then I've got a strimmer to do. And I think that's it of the job lot. All the other stuff is done, whether it works or not. Oh, no, I've got to go back to that big trimmer, that partner one. That's not working yet at the moment. But I've had a few people give me suggestions on that. So I'll try that. Have you managed with a hedge? No, not yet, Matt. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a gearbox related problem. I think it's to do with that. He's got a dead man on a hedge trimmer. I've never seen that before. And I think the cable wants tweaking on that to allow the dead man to run better, because it's got something to do with not allowing the revs to go up. So I'm guessing it could be that.
Yeah, bolts. I'm sure you've got the skills to fabricate one of them.
It's been a long time since I used a milling machine. I've used one in the past in a lathe, but it's been a long time. And finding a shop that's got a machine, I have a piece of aluminum that I could probably mill and make something, but I think that's like a proprietary part to a certain manufacturer window.
Yeah.
You're probably actually better off with a lump of brass, because that you can file that really easily, nicely.
It fits into the stationary window, and then the cam part goes on the sliding window.
You'll figure it out.
Dirt riders saying how scrap prices down there on the floor. Like,
First thing you've got to do, boats, is buy yourself a nice big 10-foot by 20-foot workshop, then fill it up with tools. Then you'll be away, you'll be sorted. Easy fix. Quick, easy fix.
there's,
That would be nice.
who is it? Ali Mac Mechanical up in Scotland, getting £20 a ton for light iron.
Really?
Really shocking. We're not too bad around here. I've heard of a place giving £40, but most of them are 50 to 60, depending. For light iron. Shredders, the Americans call it.
So Colin Ketley says, if he's checked everything for spark, has he checked the mag and the flywheel? Ian, Colin, he's changed the flywheel, new coil on it. He's even tried running it with no wire on the switch to the mag as well, and it still won't even spark. So there's something going on there. It should start even with the cable taken off. We shouldn't be able to stop it, if anything.
Oh, smart. BSM small engines. Right, I'm going to crack on doing this. I'll carry on listening to you. But
Cool.
Standing here, getting nothing done. See you, both.
That's the way it goes, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt.
Thanks for having
Back
me.
Out of Hell Racing has just sent me a $20 super chat.
Wow.
Hello, everyone. Great show. Thank you very much indeed. Fantastic. See, Ian said he's going to run the stream in the background, and now he's gone. He's trying to save money just on electric, that bloke. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Back Out of Hell. I didn't expect that. You're very welcome. Brandon from BSS Small Engines just popped in. I hear I haven't seen your video yet or your live stream. I missed it. I think I was on someone else's live yesterday. Can't remember whose it was now. Oh, Polar Bear Eds. And you went live at the same 2 seconds, mate. 2 seconds, mate. You went live at the same time that he went live, and I was sat with Ed. So I need to go back and watch that one. But here you had someone good on there. From what I hear. So that's good. Who else we got? Bama's in here. I watched your video, BSS. Very great. Yeah, I missed it yesterday. I need to catch it. I'm normally on most of Brandon's lives, but I did miss it. Dirt Rider's in. Nice to see you. I see you got Roy's a Boy sticker the other day. That's cool. Southern Bell's in. We went live. From the feast, or from the fest. Okay, cool. So that's good. I'll put the link down again in case anyone else wants to pop on up. Yeah, what do you want, Rider Boy? Do you want something? Would you look at the super chat? That's what you're looking. Something big and orange, weren't you? That's what you like a moth to a light.
Daddy,
Yes, mate.
tell me time.
Hang on, mate. This is not letting me do it. Having trouble with the internet. I might have to pop down and come up again. It's
I know.
It's not liking let me put the chat in. Oh, mate. You can say something in 2 seconds. Just trying to get this this link in here. It's not letting me do it. It's because Ian went out and come back in again, and sometimes it don't like me doing it. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh my page and come back to you. Lose me for 2 seconds and I'll come back. Okay.
All right.
Have a chat amongst yourselves.
Are you in the UK, Jason?
I am, yes. Yeah.
What part?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
Yeah, North Yorkshire.
Okay, I've been to Portsmouth when I was in the Navy.
I'm a bit further up north than that.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Got myself in trouble real quick drinking that yard of ale and breaking.
Yeah, you can do drinking them. I've had many a messy night drinking them.
Yeah. So my visit was short.
Yes, I can imagine.
Oh, Mummy's home. Well, Mummy's home early, Riley boy. She's home very early.
Hey, Mick, I got a question about Briggs.
You got a question about a Briggs? Ask Jason. He's full of answers.
Okay, I picked up a snow thrower Simplicity with a Briggs last year.
Is that a snow blower or snow thrower?
The same thing.
Same thing. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly the same, only different. But
Look here.
See, Mummy's home. Yeah.
The motor is rated in cc's and not in horsepower. When did they go to that?
About 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That answers my question. How old the snow thrower is.
Yeah, not. It's quite a recent thing. It's quite hard to find a horsepower on an engine now. I believe it's about 2 years ago. Lots of people now, pardon me, lots of people now, if I'm selling something, they say, "Oh, what CC is it?" And I have to convert because I use older engines. I've got to go and convert the horsepower into CC. But a lot of it now does have a CC output, but I wouldn't say that that's 100% reliable myself. Because I don't work in CCs.
I
I work in
always find horsepower's better. You try and find from the horsepower from it rather than the CCs.
Yeah. So it's yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I don't believe. Link is in the chat if anyone wants a link. Feel free to smash our link button and comment up. Anyone's welcome, as long as you've got your camera turned on. Jess Crew, morning, Micks Mowers. How you doing? There's a few new channels coming in. Matt, how you doing, mate? Mr. Linton's in. He's coming in to say hello. Spread the love. He's a lawn care fella. So lots of looks like American lawn care people come on in, which is fantastic. I don't know whether I've been raised or something. I've got a few new channels in here I haven't yet seen. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way in or on your way out, or your thumbs down. I don't really mind. So before I go any further, I would like to just give a shout out for a fellow YouTuber. He should be in the chat. He was in there earlier on. I know he was. And his name is Colin Ketley Motorsports, is what he does. And he does pretty much everything from lawnmowers. Well, I know he does get a bit sick and tired of working on them, doing videos on them, because that's his job. But he does lawnmowers, he do trimmers, he do two-stroke stuff, he do ride-on mowers, diggers, JCBs, front-load shovels, you name it, he does it. If someone could nip over to Colin Ketley's Motorsport channel, and one of my mods run the link for me, that'd be good. Much appreciated. If you can go over to Colin Ketley's channel and give him a sub, give him a thumbs up, all that sort of good stuff, that'd be great. He is very, very close to the 1,000 subscriber now. Probably about 150 off, I would say, at a guess. If anyone could help the man out, that'd be fantastic. So if one of my mods could just run his link, that'd be good. If not, I'll go and find it myself in 2 ticks. That'd be fantastic. Fun thing to do with text come back into the room. There he is. My I don't know why, but my StreamYard, whenever someone comes in or goes out, it mucks about. I don't know quite what's going on with it. I don't. You just throw something at me. So Mrs. P's ready for Halloween. She's all got her nurse's uniform on. Yeah, she is. Look. She's got a nurse's kit off. Not wearing. We take my trousers off. Can't wear trousers without Halloween costume. Polar Bear Ed, there he's another great channel. Thank you very much. There's Colin Ketley's. Pete Froud has just ran Colin Ketley's channel. Please take the time. You're not going to miss nothing on my channel. Please take the time. Go over there, touch his button or whatever. It is free. It don't cost you nothing. Ring the bell and give the man a bit of support, because he's got some great content, and sometimes it just needs a bit of a jump start just to push you on over. Once you get these certain milestones out the way and done with, it becomes so much easier. So give him a little go. Also, I want a pair of electrical pliers off of him. He was given away, and they're fantastic. You literally get the wire and you go clip, 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 and it strips them, it crimps them, and it does a lot. What with 2 movements, and only about 3 people entered the competition. Absolutely crazy, fantastic bit of kit. I love them. So go check Colin out. He's super cool. If a mod could just run his link every now and again, that'd be good, please. This isn't a grow channel, but I just like to give some people a bit of support. And Colin gave me a lot of support when I first opened my channel up. He was always on my channel giving me comments. So go and check him out. He's super cool. Mick, you are full of it. My wife said. Full of what? I was just saying, my wife had a Halloween costume on a nurse's uniform on. Said you can't wear them trousers with it. That's all I said. It is kind of great though. Anyway, so that's cool. Colin, yeah, Ramzo says Colin has some great content. He does have some good great content. I'll run the link for my channel one more time for the chat. If anyone wants to come on up, that'd be good. So fun thing to do with tech. What have you been up to, buddy boy? You've been very quiet, sitting there like a werewolf. What have you been up to?
Repairing electrical, mostly electrical lights.
Mm-hmm.
Wiring them up for the photo studio I'm building.
Right.
And that's about it, really. Been to 2 funerals, but that's about it, really. Nothing much.
Who's that?
That's fun thing to do with tech. What's not working?
Which I go?
You trying to FaceTime a girl?
Yeah,
What are you doing FaceTiming girls?
it's not working.
Why is it not working?
I think it's Alexander's sister.
Okay.
It's all back.
Well, we'll go in the kitchen and try again. See if it
No,
works.
it's in my room.
I'll do it. Fair enough. Go and do it in the room, then, mate. Riley is 8 years old and FaceTiming girls in his room. Don't know what that's all about.
That's how he gets
Mate.
into trouble.
May need to put some locks on his phone. I can't come up, Mick. I'm cooking and looking after Sharon. I understand, but I'm not saying she looked rough. That's not what I'm saying, but she did look rough. Yes, she didn't look well at all. Bless her heart. So yeah, there's a lot going about. I know that mother-in-law's been rough for a few days. Sue was rough. She had a headache for like 4 days solid. I think there's a lot. It's just like change of season, mate, innit? So that's what it is. Had Sharon invited me over, I could have cooked the dinner for you. That would have been done, but obviously I keep getting knocked back on my invites, and that's what happens. If you'd have said yes, I'd have cooked you a roaster, no problem.
It's cooking in the oven right now.
Yeah, mother-in-law's out the front, out the kitchen. She's cooking mine too. I don't even know what I got actually, but it'll turn up shortly.
Oh.
Sharon is watching you. Yeah, I don't mind. That's fine. Polar Bear Ed says Riley is a man. He is 8 years old and rocking it upstairs on a live stream of his own with some girls.
How is your shed anyway, Mick?
Say again.
How is your shed?
It's not doing a lot. It's up and it's good. Because we're now in off season, and like Colin Ketley was saying earlier on in his video, now's sort of the worst time for us because Colin does mobile repairs and I do sort of repairs in the shop. Now we're coming to off season. We're not, us UK people aren't really big on leaf blowing like we are in the States.
No.
So leaf season isn't massive for us.
Well, I'm bidding on one at the moment. I'm bidding on one on eBay at the moment for a leaf blower, so I can use one outside. Yeah,
I mean, I think we do our own. That's just a thing, but there's not a lot of call. I've never had any call for leaf blowing. So because we're coming down to out season now, a lot of the stuff is slowing right down. Hence the income is slowing down. Hence the shed isn't doing much. But I sold a few bits yesterday, and I got some lawnmower money to come. I've been cutting the grass all season for an elderly gentleman. His mum passed away, and they've now sold the house. So I've got a check to come from them at some point. So hopefully there'll be enough there just to maybe get the shed plyboarded inside, and then I can start to put the workbench in, and then put the plugs in, and then I can start to put stuff where I want it. So it's get there. As I say, I'm in no massive rush to get it up and running. It's up, it's there, it ain't going nowhere. I would love to move in there straight away, but I want to get it up and working fully functional before moving there. Otherwise, there's no sense in having it. I want it just as I want it, you know. So it'll be all right. It will get there.
Cool.
What does Jason Massey's channel about? Jason, we've got Southern Belle asking you all about your channel, mate. So the stage is yours, Jay. Feel free to just play you up so everyone can see you. You go with that.
It's basically about lawnmowers, cars, just general farm machinery, anything to do with engines, really. I'm just, when I get more videos up, that's what it'll be about.
Yeah, it'd be good. Me and Jace have been having a chat, haven't we, Jace, recently about the channel, because he's struggling with content and what have you. I've just told him just to take his time, take his time, and if you're not happy with a video, don't put it up. But yours is quite a new channel, Jace, isn't it? Yeah.
I've only been going a couple of months now, so I'm obviously, as you say, I'm trying to get it built up and stuff. Which obviously, when I can get more content, when it's obviously better weather, then I'll try and get out and film more. It
all comes, and the off season is tough, especially for people like myself. Trying to get machinery up and running, which is great. But there's no point me getting machinery running now because it's going to be sat idle for 3 months until the season comes around again.
Yeah.
So I'm more into just winterizing stuff now, getting it winterized ready for next year. So that'd be good. One other thing I wanna punch out on my channel if I can. I'm showing about 44 in the room. you'll see a channel in there, Retro Restore. That's Martin Butler. He's got fantastic channels. Go and check him out. He is fantastic. However, Martin has forced me into doing something for Christmas against my will that I didn't want to do. And that was a... No good you laughing.
I thought I'd offered you on a show and Sunday roast to do it.
There's Martin just down there. Martin has putting together a Christmas calendar, which is going to be released at Christmas. So it's going to be for next year, 2020, and it's got six other six YouTubers from the UK doing these calendars. One is myself, one is Roy as a boy, one is Martin Butler. You've also got Bodgett and Leggett Garage. He's on it. Who's the other one? Martin, do you remember? Well, you know more than me. I can't. Is it Leon? Could be Leon. I think it could be Leon. I might have got it wrong. I'm just trying to find out what Martin says in the chat. And I believe he's after one more. I'm not sure if Snobby Scrap Picker is doing it or not. He did get hold of me yesterday and said he perhaps may do. I've got someone in the house here. Who's that?
I can see Martin doing the Santa Claus one.
Yeah, I've got someone with a Micks Mowers mug. It's Mr. Doug Sweener. How you doing, Bama Mowers? Nice to see you.
What's up, y'all? Hey, Bo.
What's up, mate?
Morning, Doug.
I'm good, mate.
What are you doing, Tech? How y'all doing this morning?
Chris Reardon, that's right. Chris Reardon's in it as well. He's got a fantastic channel. He's live most mornings and afternoons. And this calendar, if anyone knows anything about it, you need to keep really, really quiet because until it's finalised, we don't reveal anything. But I think the word reveal is probably the best word I can use at the moment. I know that Martin's doing December and one other month. I'm doing June because that's my birthday month, and October. Roy's the boy's got August and another month. Anyway, these are just going to be a photograph of the YouTube channel with the person on it, and then it's going to have perhaps a logo on it and then the calendar. So these will be ready, I'm guessing, within the next couple of weeks. It won't take long once all the photographs. You're right, Pete. It's MI16 stuff. Once all the stuff's in, Martin's then going to produce this a calendar of hunks. # Small Engine Nation of the UK. Well, it's not the Small Engine Nation. There is lots of other people who do different stuff. People who do cars, and I know that Martin's brother-in-law doesn't fix cars, but he has a good channel. So it's just 6 people that are going to be doing these calendars, and they will be up for sale very, very soon. There will be limited edition. There's only about 15, 10 to 15 each, something like that. So there won't be a lot of them, and we're not quite sure how they're going to be sold yet, or any along that line. But as soon as we get our hands on them, I'll chat to Martin. Then we'll have a chat on how that's all going to happen. But keep an eye out for that. That should be good.
Are you guys on the rest of the months? Are you guys going to promote other channels on the rest of, like, are you guys going to be doing different pictures through the whole year?
From what I understand is there's 6 YouTubers. They've got 2 months each, and it's going to be 2 photographs of that YouTube channel on the calendar.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing is, Doug, is that I know that myself, Martin, Roy, we promote other YouTube channels every day of the week. Every video we do, if someone sends me something, they get a shout out, or if I'm quite happy to shout anybody out. That's why
I didn't know.
Go on.
I didn't know if you guys are just going to do 1 photo, or are you going to do 2.
There'd be 12. There'd be 12,
whole year.
Yeah, there'd be 12 different photographs, one for each month of the year, and then be then released.
Okay.
As I say, we support Delucho's in there. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. We support YouTube channels of all different sizes. Don't forget, mine is a very, very small channel in the great aspect of things. Despite the fact I have 40 odd people in the room on a live stream and don't generally have no issues. I will support a channel if they've got tens of thousands, or if they've got 1 or 2 subscribers, and anything in between. I'm quite happy just to support anybody. DLT Lawn Care has just come in the room. DLT, if you want to come on with chat, Shane, there's a link.
I'm going to go anyway. I've got to get my dinner because she's shouting out.
Cool.
Take care.
No problem. No problem. DLT, there's a link just one or two below your comment there. Feel free, DLT, just to touch the link, go through the process, and then come on up. Just make sure your YouTube channel is turned off. Delucio's give me a super chat, 199. Fantastic.
I did
Thank you,
get
brother.
to Martin yesterday, Mick, that I'd put myself forward if needs be, if you need an extra person.
Speak to Martin, buddy. Martin
Yeah.
is in the old control seat for it. Speak to Martin. Delucio, that's fantastic. That super chat, you're a star.
Hey, Jason.
So yeah, have a word. DLT Lawn Care, another super chat coming. My lord, get something for a shop. Fantastic. Cheers, Shane. Mick, have to look at a Micks Mowers mug. Let me find. I've got the new mugs. They've just come in, so let me go and get them. 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves, people.
Hey, Mr. Massey. Jason.
Hello.
I got something you really like. You like them Briggs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 17 horse OHV on my grass cutter. I got two mud mowers. I got 2 mud mowers. One's a John Deere. Got a 20.5 horse Briggs & Stratton opposed twin. I got an 18 horse. I got an 18 horse on a Craftsman chassis opposed twin. And I got a half breed. No, I got another 18 horse V twin Intech. And I finally got a half breed into my fleet. I got a new project.
2 seconds, right?
And it's a Kohler.
Cool.
Doug, is your camera not working, buddy?
Smoking
Okay,
cigarette.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
I didn't want to.
No, it's cool. It's up to you, mate. I've got no qualms with it. It's up to you. It's no problem for me. It's up to you. Love your videos. And Nash Alley Micks Mowers, you rock. Cheers, Doug. Fantastic. Yes. Yeah, that's Doug. Yeah. So here we have a box, and in the box, I've got 8 of these orders so far. I will have more. I've got more coming. Waiting. I'm just talking. I will have more coming because the first lot of people have asked for these, and I will send these out free. I don't expect no money for them, despite the fact they cost me money, because you guys do super chats and you help and you subscribe and you send me bits and pieces and whatever. So there's no charge for these. So these are the new Micks Mowers mugs. I have a design made up by Diesel Guy, and these are just hot off the press, and these are the new ones. So
they're awesome.
They're pretty kick-ass, eh? They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at old Jason. He's got his eyes right on one on the prize. Jason's got his eyes focused on the prize. Look at him.
Yeah.
They're cool. So I will be getting 2 seconds. I will be getting a load more made up. There's Doug's old one. Doug's got the old style one, and without a doubt, these are fantastic. Yeah.
Will they be autographed, Mick?
You don't want my autograph on it, trust me. Yeah. Get one out. Besides which, I can barely read or write. So yeah, they are cool. Aren't they cool? I like them. They are cool. So if anyone wants one, you have to send me an email. My email is on most of my videos, and you just have to sort of bear in mind if I get influx with them, it's going to take me a little while to get them paid for, get them sent out, all the rest. So they will be slow, but if you send me an email, I'll send them out. The grass needs the bottom. The grass needs a touch. The bottom of the mug, really, Mick. I think it does, doesn't it? Oh, nearly. It's nearly there. It's for coffee.
Daddy.
Yeah, you got one over. Yeah, you tell Doug then.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, bud.
Daddy, what I got?
What do you got, buddy?
Hang on, where is he? Here he is. How
What
about
you
you
got,
open
buddy?
up gently? Someone's going to get a mug with a box that Riley just opened up.
I want that one.
Yeah.
I want that one.
Yeah. You open that one up. They're the same. They're just in them.
Hey, Daddy, what?
Huh?
Can you get it? Can you get it? Go on.
All right.
Nice.
£2 super chat. Ian Days. Can you get Riley some Kinder eggs, please? You got £2 for some Kinder eggs. Look
Daddy.
here. Look. Say thank you, Ian.
It's Ian.
Where's that bubble wrap gone? What's it here? We do it. You jammed it somewhere. No, you did. There it is. Let me wrap them back up. Yeah.
Daddy, or tea?
Daily Walker
Daddy.
has just given another super
Daddy.
chat. One night. My lord.
Daddy,
Is it payday or
Daddy.
something? I've missed
Daddy.
out. Yeah.
or tea?
It's
Daddy,
it's for coffee.
Daddy, or tea?
Daily Walker is one of my buddies at work. I've worked with him for years. Over the years, he's been my boss.
Daddy.
I've been his boss. Waiting, slow down. Over the years, he's been my boss, and I've been his boss, and or what have you. So to give Riley a bit of a chill out there because he's getting a little bit over the top. If I don't rein him in,
Daddy,
we'll have problems.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I told you I did what I got.
Yeah, you can come and tell Doug, show you what you got.
Hey, Dad.
As long as
Oh,
you
what,
slow
buddy?
it down.
If you what?
What?
You have to come around here so you can see what's going in the back room. Just here, just there. It's perfect.
What time's he got the girls coming around, Mick?
Wow.
No idea. He's got a Halloween skeleton costume.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cookie.
It's for coffee. Yeah. So that's the first lot in of mugs. They're already spoken for. But as more and more people want them, I get more and more orders. Yes, buddy.
Why did your dog?
Doug's on here. Yeah.
You want to me?
Hiya, David Young. How you doing? Just got to pop out. Put a new battery on charge. Yeah, no worries, Colin. That's cool. Just want to go through the chat, make sure I haven't missed nothing. I would love one. Southern Bell. You haven't got to pay Southern Bell for them. As I say, I will send them out free of charge. It just takes me a little while to get them together because people ask me for all different stuff, stickers and all sorts of stuff. So I'm only one person, and I can only sort of get through it within my running a family, running a full-time job, and a Micks Mowers stuff. So it just takes me a lot of time. You know, it's busy. So if I do forget someone, I apologise, but it'll be sent out in the following week. Fun thing to do with tech. I need a cup for my coffee yet. That's the only reason I have a coffee cup. Diesel guy, the grass needs to touch the bottom. I've done that. Yeah, we do look cool, Ramzo, without a doubt. Yeah. Ed, if you want to do a mug swap, happy to do mugs because Ed's got some nice mugs as well. His mugs are bigger than mine. If you want to do a mug swap, Ed, happy to do that. DLT wants to join. Okay. If he does, there's the link. DLT, literally just tap the old link that I've just put in the chat and then follow the process. It's very, very quick, easy and simple. And within 2 minutes, you could be up here live in the UK.
Is that DLT or DOT?
DLT, Shane from DLT. He's a ninja.
Okay.
I'm on a tablet, not sure how to join. Just tap within the live chat, Shane. There will be a link. Tap the link and then shut down your YouTube. Close that tab down and just follow the link that I've sent you, and it'll give you some simple instructions. And then just hit the join studio. You'll come down the bottom. I'll see it, and then I'll bring you up. But you must have a YouTube turned off or muted, otherwise I'll get the 10-second delay.
I do that when I hit the link on my tablet.
There he is. I can see it. Yeah.
It's your mother.
Yeah, that's fine. Calm down. Here we are. There's Shane. There he is.
Hello, guys.
Say hi to
There
Shane.
he is.
Hi,
Shane.
Hey, Shane, how's it going, brother?
That's fine. No worries.
Oh, it's going, man. I just woke up a little bit ago.
That's
Late
fine.
night.
Just woken up.
Yeah, late night, buddy.
You lazy son of a gun. It's 3:15 in the afternoon here.
Well, that ninja had to work yesterday, I bet.
No, actually, it rained all day. All day.
It rained up there in Ohio.
I tell you something. I can't figure you Americans out. For the past 2 months, you've been whinging, you've been whining that there ain't no rain, right? You get 2 days of rain, and anyone will think you're getting flooded out.
But I'll tell you what, Meg. The problem we have here is we got heat, and then right as the grass goes dormant, it starts to rain. So it does nothing for us.
Yeah, I understand fully. Over here, we don't get that problem. We have too much rain, and it's too wet to cut. So we're completely the other side of the table compared to you.
Shane, I'm down here in Alabama, and 2 weeks ago I cut my grass.
Okay.
I got to cut it again. Because of the amount of rain that we have had. You
Wow.
know, and our ground is warm. You know, we're in the 70, 75s every day. You know,
Okay, right now we're at 45, and we haven't had rain in 2 months.
Mm.
And the problem is the ground gets so hard. That's why you're trying to aerate it a bit. The ground gets so hard, it's just not doing nothing. You know, I
Sure.
cut my grass in my lawn 3 days ago, and it's already grown an inch already.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crying. I'm now high page. I'm now having to go and cut mine again. It's crazy.
Shane, are you? I'm sorry.
How warm is it there, Mick?
Warm here. Let me check it out. Let me have a quick little look. It's not warm. It's okay. It's doable. Currently, temperature here is. Let me find my weather. I'm in a vest, so you can see it ain't that cold. But it's 12 degrees.
12.
12 degrees, but it says it feels between 4 degrees, or 12 and 4. So what's that in Fahrenheit? Anyone know what that is in Fahrenheit? It's about 30, 34, is it? 36?
Mid-30s, I think, isn't it?
Something like that. It's warm.
So where's everybody from here?
I'm in the UK.
I know that.
Jason over here. This is Jace. Let me show you where Jace is. There's Jace. Jace is in the UK. You've got Mr. Doug Sweener. He's in Alabama. And you got Boats. He's from Mars.
Look at that, Doug.
He's quick with the wit.
I hear you, brother. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide.
What was that? Show me again. What was that? What was that, Shane? I missed that.
I said Roll Tide.
I can't hear him.
That's cool. I can hear. Can you all hear Shane?
No.
Yeah. Yep. I can't hear him.
Let me send you down, Boats, and bring it back up again. 2 seconds. Bush, you're gone, and back you back. Try that now, Boats. Is that any better?
Doug, Boats.
Yeah. I can hear you.
He's coming through low and garbled.
Yeah, I think he's on his iPad. That's why the iPads tend to be a little bit small on the volume. I think my volume is turned right up. In fact, it wasn't.
How do I find the chat? Because I can't see anybody leaving.
Is my volume okay?
So the chats. The problem is if you've got a phone, Shane, get your phone out and go onto my YouTube channel, but put it onto mute.
Okay.
If you have it, yeah.
That's a good guy, y'all. That's a real good guy right there.
Yeah. If anyone
he does a lot for his community. He does a lot for organizations. He does a real good job, y'all.
Check Shane out. Shane's channel is called DLT Lawn Care. His wife, Sarah, is also blind, so he lives with someone with a disability as well, besides running his own business and everything else. So yeah, go and check DLT out. He's cool, and he's generally running around the lawn dressed as a ninja, chopping trees down and that sort of stuff. So he's kind
Come on, Mick.
But
I tell you what put me on his channel.
Who?
And that's Saving Green, Nick. I watch his videos all the time, and he threw something for DLT Shane there, and I hit his channel, and I've been subscribed to his channel now for about 2.5 months.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well, I appreciate it. All right, there we go. I got it.
Yes, it. The only problem
I cannot get my computer to link up to where we can go live on the computer.
Why not?
The StreamYard thing, every time we go in, it wants you to copy links to it and everything. I'm not computer savvy, so
yeah, but that's the way it works. Literally, once if you're running the stream like I am, all you got to do is when you're in StreamYard, you copy the stream in the search bar. Once you copy it once, paste it out into your chat or paste it out into an email, into a messenger, into wherever, and that's it. It's done. People then come into you via that link, Shane. It's easy, simple.
Daddy.
If need be, Shane, what I can do is one day in amongst both our time zones, I'll StreamYard you, or you can StreamYard me, and I'll show you how to run it. I did the same with Doug just the other month, and Doug was live within 30 seconds and left me in the basement. Do you know what I mean? But I can show you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Your boy coming?
Not yet.
Wait, who's your team?
No, I didn't know. Boats has dropped out. I think Boats has got a connection problem, so he may come back in a minute.
Yep.
There he is.
Papa.
Our Boats better.
It just bumped me out.
Sometimes it does, mate. Sometimes I mean, I have problems when people join and don't join. I have to reload my StreamYard, just refresh it, and it comes back.
Okay.
So yeah, I won't get too hooked up on it. But yeah, StreamYard is cool. Shane, it's worth doing. The good thing is with it is that if you get someone come on that's aggressive or offensive or anything like that, you can just go bosh and they disappear, and then they just come back if you want them.
There you go. He treats me.
Yeah,
Everybody does me.
Yeah, but time to time, Jason gets a bit like, I'll just go pop, and Jason goes. So, it's no good you laughing, Shanks. You'll go missing as well. That's it. It's Shane gone. See. So,
I got a question for Mr. Shane.
lunch. Yeah, go on.
Yes, sir.
Do you do your own service on your machines?
I do.
No, he emails me.
Now, look, I have learned one heck of a lot from this guy because I was unsure of how to do things. I didn't want to, you don't want to get things broken. If it's not, broken, you don't want to try to fix it and make a mess somewhere else.
Yep.
But watching Mick and Terrell, man, I told myself, look, if I just take my time, I can do it.
Yep.
So I started just, you take something off, you just put it in a row. And this whole last year, I probably saved myself over $1,000 with service work.
And the amazing thing is with it, Shane, is that the person up on the top other corner here, over there, far side, I've learned so much from him. And people within the Small Engine Nation group, people like Terrell, people like Bruce Penta, people like Martin from Retro Restore, Colin Ketley, all of those boys. That's where I learned too, and you only need to get one tip. So I've been working on engine since I was 11 years old. But as times change and tools change, someone will do a job that I've been doing for 5 years, and they got this new tool or they got this new technique, and boom, it saves you an hour.
You remember back when he was rebuilding that motor? Mick was rebuilding the motor.
I was rebuilding the Hater 48 Pro.
The boy cranked it up without no oil, and he got the motor, and the motor is like brand new. You know what I mean? He re-rung it and put a new connector rod and everything in it. Me and him together, we put that motor together.
Yeah. There were certain elements of the engine. I got the engine, I think it was like 30 quid. A brand spanking new engine only had like 30 seconds out on it time-wise. Because when they purchased the lawnmower company didn't put any oil in it. They fired it right up, took it down the lawn, and within 30 seconds, she locked up solid.
Wow.
So I bought the engine for 30 quid, which is like, I don't know, $35. Just the engine. Bought the engine back. I managed to get it free, but the piston the piston rings were shot, the conrod was broken. So I just bought all the bits for about probably 80 quid all in. Bought all the bits, rehoned the cylinder out, put it all back together. It's a little bit smoky, I got to admit, but I got a feeling I could probably do with putting some slightly wider rings in it. Possibly might help it. but it's run perfect all season, and it's a workhorse engine. It's run perfect, and it stripes better than any of your mowers, Shane. You know.
Okay, I have a question for Mick and Doug.
Yes, sir.
What is your labor rates, if you guys don't mind saying it? What would be your labor rates? Because here in Columbus, the labor rates are 95 to 105 an hour.
Okay. I don't do labor rates like that over here in the UK. It's not how I do it, although other people do. I will do a £20 standard inspection, whether it takes me 20 minutes or all day. It's going to cost you £20 for me to get that machine on the bench for me to diagnose the problems of that machine. If I can fix it within the £20 inspection fee for next to nothing, it's going to cost you 20 quid. Okay. However, if it needs more work, then you've got to start adding the labour on. But I tend to do mine as a standard fixed price, £20 inspection fee, parts, and then I put the labour on top. The labour can be what it needs to be, because you can have a machine that you might have in your shop for 3 days, but you're only working on it for really like 3 or 4 hours. So I generally charge anywhere in between £20 or £30 an hour labour on a job like that. Some other jobs, I just think of a price in my head that I think is relevant to that, because I rely on repeat custom. So my prices are not expensive compared to what they are in the shop. In the shop, I know that someone came to me a little while ago for a fix, and I think it was on a generator, and he brought it in, and I fixed it before he had got back to the van.
Wow.
You know, because I knew what the problem was straight away. So what are you going to charge that fella? £100? You can't. You know, so I said, right, it's all done, £20 inspection fee, and it's fixed, and he gave me 40 quid. Because you guys can't afford to have downtime, right?
Right.
As simple as that. So you want someone who can fix it either on the spot, come out to you, which you're going to pay for that, or in a quick time zone. So I don't charge what these fellas charge over here. You're looking for a standard service on a standard push mower, anywhere from £80 to £140. My services are not even half that.
Now, what's 80 to 140 pound?
140 pounds is going to be about $160. 80 pounds going to be about $98.
That's about what it is here in Columbus.
Yeah. my services are half that.
Okay. The best thing for you, okay? I don't work on nobody's stuff, because me and my dad, we had our own business a long time ago, and you just get problems after problems. I play around with my stuff, okay? The best thing for you to do is learn as much as you can about that machine. Get the books out, look at the manuals, get the manuals for them. Save you a bunch of money. You know, I know you probably ain't got time for it, but sometimes you got to have a day just for maintenance, breakdown, preventive maintenance. You know what I mean? Every year, I go through my grass cutter. Every year, when it's wintertime, I go through the belts, I go through the bearings, I go through the pulleys, I go through the tires, I go through the bearings on the wheels, the motor itself. You know what I mean? I never had, this year, I didn't have no breakdowns at all with my mower. None.
Yeah, me too.
But I replaced all my spindles. One went bad last year. I replaced it, but I also replaced the other one. I didn't replace just one. I replaced both of them. You know, it's cheaper to replace the whole spindle than what it is to knock the bearings out, put new bearings and everything like that. It's cheaper just do the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, last winter, before the season started, I had watched several of, I believe I'm not sure if I was watching Mick at the time, but I did watch Terrell, and I replaced all my pulleys, all my belts, adjusted my brakes, and went through the machine with some new bearings on the idler pulleys, and I did all that to get ready for this year because my mower is almost 7 years old.
Okay.
So it got me through this season. Now we're getting ready to purchase one, possibly two new mowers, and I've got my Skag sold for $3,500. So the one thing that scares me to work on, and I'm intimidated by it, is the motor work, because during the middle of the season, you don't really have time for motor work.
Because that's because you're working by the theory, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The problem is, if you don't fix it, it's going to break. Because you're putting a lot of hours on that machine. It's going up and down on that trailer 8, 9, 10, 12 times a day, different temperatures. It starts from hot, from cold. You know, I mean, Colin Ketley's in here. He's in the chat. I mean, I do a very, very small lawn care compared to you, Shane. I change my oil every 2 months.
Daddy.
Every 2 months.
Daddy.
You know, because because the oil doesn't be, most mowers, push mowers out here don't have a filter, so the muck stays within the oil.
Sure.
So if you leave it in there, it's just going to ruin your engine. Lots of people are now saying Husqvarna's never ever need to have an oil change. You just add oil, but there's no filter on them. So where is the stuff going in the pan?
Exactly.
So what it costs for like a liter or a push mower is about 500 mil. What it costs for a liter of oil, which is about anywhere between 4 to 9 pounds, it's going to take you 15 minutes. 15 minutes to I'm getting some people come through here who want help for syndrome stuff. 15 minutes time stuff. It's going to cost you. It's going to save you a month's downtime, possibly.
I change my oil about every 3 weeks, and we breathe and check everything once a week. So I mean, I'm staying on top of the maintenance of it. I change the air filter every 2 months. But as far as tearing the motor down, if there was a motor problem, that's something I am not comfortable with. Plus, I don't really have the time in mid-season to, take a motor off.
If you, like, say, every year or every so many hours, you're supposed to adjust those valves. Okay.
Yeah.
I do it once a year. I don't go through it like you guys do. Okay. You're on the go all day long, 5 days a week. You know what I mean? And once a year, I adjust my valves. Okay. Whatever else it needs for the motor, new plug, new coil, whatever it needs, I slap it on there. In your case, if a motor goes down, okay, if you blew it up or you blew a head gasket, hey, that's an easy fix. Very easy fix.
8 bolts and done. 8 bolts, chalk it down right. 15-minute job.
I don't know what motors are you running. Are you running Kawasaki's or
the Kawasaki 730?
Well, I think you got to pull the cover off or to get to the head bolts. Pop your coil wires off. You got 8 bolts that holds the head on. Jerk them heads off, in which the rods and everything will come with it. And you just go right back with it.
The thing is, Shane, it's very simple. Jason over here, he's looking doing a chainsaw. He's seen chainsaws. He knows roughly how they work, but he wants to know. I wanted some advice. My best advice for you is take photographs. Have your phone, and at every 30-second interval or video it, take photographs. Use some duct tape or some sticky tape. Label where stuff goes. Have a plan. so that when you put it back together, you're not like me. You got 15 spare bits left over. You know what I mean? Have a plan and document where stuff goes, and it's a question of taking apart, repair, replace it with broken part, put it back together. It really is simple stuff, but you need to have the courage to sit down at your bench, get your sockets out, and start having a look. You know, because otherwise, it's going to cost you money. You'd be surprised the amount of people I get in here through my back gate. Lawn care guys that can't even repair a pull cord. I'm not even joking you. The pull cord snaps on a strimmer and they cannot physically replace it. And what is going on? A fireman doesn't go out to a fire, and when his hose doesn't work, he doesn't just take it down the shop. He has to replace it or repair it quick sharp. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, right?
A major breakdown. If you throw a rod on one of your motors or something like that, Shane, just pull that motor off, slap you another one right back onto it, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Now, I have never adjusted the valves on my motor. I need someone to do a video of it, or tell me where a video is.
They're already there. Literally, put it into YouTube. How to adjust valve settings. It's there. They've already done it. It's already there. It's easy as long as you can
on a Kawasaki 22 horse, 22.5 or whatever. You can even get the manual on that motor.
Yeah, as long as you're top dead center on the inlet stroke. Boom.
Do you have to have any special tools to adjust the valves?
Yeah, a spanner. We call them spanners. You might call them a wrench because you're funny in America. We call them spanners.
An Allen key.
Yeah, and maybe an Allen key, some feeler gauges, and a screwdriver to check where the piston is. You want 5 tools. That's it. Okay. You should have them in that pretty green box of yours.
Oh, okay, Mick.
Man, your toolbox is prettier than my shop.
Well, not your new shop.
There's nothing in there yet. It's like Dirt Rider says. Dirt Rider says not to be rude. A lot of lawn care companies run their equipment hard and put it away wet. It's no different to the builders. The amount of disc saws, concrete saws I get come in, and all they really need, because they're not running right, is just new filters, because they're sitting in concrete dust all day long. They get thrown in the van, tipped upside down, and they just can't breathe. And a disc saw, like a Makita or a partner, have got up to 5 filters. 5.
Wow.
But if you're not changing your filters, or even taking them out at the end of the day and getting an air compressor and blowing them off, or soaking them in petrol and cleaning them out, but it's not going to breathe. You know, it's like if you got a flu, you can't breathe right. If you got a head cold, you feel all bunged up. It's the same for a machine. It's got to have those key components. And you lawn care boys are the same as builders. You don't see a fireman get back from a shout and he just rolls up in the machine, shut the door, and go home. Do they? They roll all their hoses out. They call it all back up. They're filling up their generators with petrol. They're testing their equipment because it's got to be right when it goes out again. And most people in most companies, organizations, if they don't have a service day in the week, you're the same, Shane. You put your trailer in the shed. Done till tomorrow.
Well, I change my filters on my trimmers and blowers once a month. They get spark plugs 3 times a year. I try to keep up on the stuff just because you never know when you're out there going to need it. And then if it breaks down on the job, you're done. You're done.
Do you gap your spark plugs?
No, they're pre-gapped here.
Well, so you buy a spark plug.
Checking that out there.
You buy a spark plug specifically for that engine.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's how here in the U.S. That's how they are. There's thousands of spark plugs here.
Yeah, there is here. But if I want to, so particularly, I like to use for my Briggses. Let's take a Briggs, a 3.5 classic flathead, which is the standard.
Okay.
I like to use the NGK B2LMs in mine. That's the spark plug of choice that I like to use, and they're gapped around about 3.5 thou, 35 thou, 30 thou, somewhere in there. But literally, you can put the gauge in there, and it ain't right. And just by gapping that spark plug as per the instructions in the booklet, can make your machine run 80% better. I'm telling you.
Really?
And you get
Okay.
and you get better life out your plug because the spark is not having to jump quite so high as well. So the plug isn't overheating. The plug should be nice and white looking in color with a little bit of grayness to it. It shouldn't be oily. It shouldn't have carbon on it if it's running nice and lean. And I would be surprised if you got a set of feeler gauges, looked in your manuals to see what it should be gapped at and to what it actually is gapped at.
Go to the auto chain, and you could get a for
the
like
little
a buck. Yep, right there. I set mine on 32. I don't set it at 35. I set mine at 32.
That way there.
It all depends on the engine. Okay.
On the trimmers, you were setting those at 32.
On the big motors, like on your Kawasaki, I'm a Briggs man. I love Briggs. I set mine at 32.
Okay.
You know, maybe the trimmers and stuff like that because they're 2-cycle. Maybe in the book it might be more, might be less. I would figure it'll be less because then the spark ain't got to go that far to ignite the gas.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, Shane. I mean, you're spending good money on plugs that, in your opinion, are gapped exactly right. You only want someone just to drop that down in a box, and that gap has changed. Or, you know, I would like to find a plug that I like to use. Someone just said we use Champions as well. They're not a bad plug at all. Champions, Briggs and Stratton actually use Champions in theirs. I know
that's Pete, what I use in my Briggs.
Pete, what is it you use? Pete uses some kind of tech, I think they're called, or something along that line. I don't like them. I think they're hideous, but Pete likes them, whatever ones he uses. But I have good NGK B2LMs. That's my choice. But by the time they get delivered by Amazon, they've been shaken about, thrown in the back of a van, and this, that, and the other. And you get them, and you can have 3 bad plugs out of 14. You know, but to gap it right, you know that plug is set up as per the instruction, and sometimes they just ain't, and that's why sometimes your machine will run a bit lumpy, you know, or be a bit missy.
You could turn right around and put a brand new plug in a motor, run it for 10, 12 hours, pull that plug out, gap it, and I'll bet you 2 to 1 that gap has gotten bigger.
Yeah, heats up.
Well,
they do it,
gentlemen.
I
appreciate that because I had honestly no idea, and until my specialty isn't engines or spark plugs or anything. It's mowing lawns and.
Ben, I would argue the fact that your speciality is a lawn care and engines, because you sit on that machine every day of the week and you're listening, right? You're listening for that machine to play up, and you put additives in. I see you put some additives the other day in your tanks to make it run better. So you are listening to the engine, and you know when your engine's slightly off. So what do you do about it? You know, so technically you are into engines, Shane. You just got to get down and get dirty and get it sorted.
Shane, are you running that? Are you running methanol gas?
Am I running what?
The methanol gas.
Whatever's at the pump. I don't know what they put ethanol in it here.
Yeah. If you can get away from the ethanol, I know it's a little bit more expensive, if you could find a station up there that sells regular gas now, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a whole lot better for your motors.
Okay.
I think there's an argument to be had there, Doug.
Really?
And I think so, because Shane has a massive turnaround of fuel. His fuel is not sat in the tank for any more than a day and a half.
Yeah, but this winter he's going to be shut down. He ain't going to be doing nothing.
Exactly. So what do? Do you take the fuel out? Do you stabilize it, or do you leave it in?
I wouldn't stabilize it. I don't like it.
No.
I would drain it. I would drain it out of the tank and run that carburetor completely dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yo, yeah,
Yep.
all day long, all day.
Because I've always used that sea foam.
No.
No.
I wouldn't.
I don't use it. I don't use it.
And lots of people will be saying the same thing, but same as you, Shane. They put this stuff in, and that's fine if you want to do that. But by leaving fuel in a machine, you run the risk. By taking the fuel out, running it completely dry, there's no fuel in there for it to go bad. It's empty.
Right. Yeah.
You might get a bit of moisture, possibly, but you can always just disconnect your bottom bowls on your carburetors, run some plain fuel down for it to flush that out. If there's any moisture in there, if it's not heat controlled, then you're good to go. All my machines are winterized. Winterized by I take the fuel out.
Now, let me ask you this. On the trimmers and the blowers, the oil that's in the gas says it's the stabilizer. Get it out?
Take it out.
Get it out.
Because not only that, you've got other things in a 2-cycle machine. Your fuel hoses and your fuel filters, that's sitting in stabilized fuel for 3 or 4 months. It's rotting your pipes, making the pipes go hard. By draining your tanks out and then running your machine and keep priming that bulb, take all the fuel out of it, leave your fuel cap slightly undone so the air can get in there, it all evaporates out. You've got an empty tank for next year.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Say, when I used to live upstate New York, we used to buy every year during the winter time because you get that moisture in the tank, and you get a little bit of condensation, water in your tank, We used to buy dry gas, what we call dry gas.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah.
Link is in the chat, guys. If anyone wants to come up,
that takes the water out of the gas. Okay, this 10% gas that we buy nowadays, it's got water in it.
Yeah.
And
you got a bloke there, Colin Ketley. He does mobile repairs. That's what he does, and diggers, and he's saying driver tanks and driver carbs, have them empty.
Yep.
My buddy Tactical is in here.
Yeah, I see tax in it too. Yeah, tax cool.
Yep.
So you have a choice. You have a choice, and I think no matter which one you choose, runs the risk of something not being right for next year. That's the way it is. So there is a third choice, and the third choice is something I did 2 years ago, and I set a reminder on my phone, and all my tanks were about quarter full, and every month I'd put in 100 ml of fresh juice. I'd fire that machine up for 5-10 minutes, let it run, engage all the gears and what have you, and then put it away. And then the following month, put another 500 ml in, engage the gears, fire it up. So you've got that choice too. You can run the stuff all year round, just run it up. Otherwise, you'll be sat there come March next year when you're ready for your season. You turn a key and nothing's working. Everything's flooding. Everything is hunting or surging. So there's that choice as well. But for me, drain it out, evaporate it all off, burn it all off. And the old petrol, if it's got stabilizer in it, you could possibly run that next year with some fresh stuff on top and you're good to go. If not, leave that fuel for cleaning down your engines and what have you. It's a good cleaning product.
Well, another thing I do in the wintertime, we get really down to maybe like -1 degrees. So I take the batteries out of everything, bring them in.
Right.
Because the batteries will be gone within a month.
Yeah.
Do you put a tender on them?
No, I never have, and they've always started up I leave them in my laundry room on towels, so they're not on the floor. And I've never had a problem with them, but that's not a bad idea just to keep them, juiced up.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
And another thing too is like when you come in and say you're going to be down Saturday and Sunday, okay?
Okay.
You can wire up a little plug on your battery and just plug your tender to it. Keep that battery nice and warm. Keep it nice and happy and everything.
Okay.
And you could get a lot of life out of these little lawnmower batteries if you just keep them tendered up. You know what I mean?
Now, the one I've had in this machine is 3.5 years old.
You got a lot of life out of that.
That's just from bringing it in every winter. And the one thing I noticed about the mowers themselves, in the spring, you always have to shoot it with just a tad bit of starting fluid.
That's because the fuel has dried out in that fuel pump. You know what I mean? Look at Mick.
Starting fluid is like heroin
to
an engine.
Yeah, it's no good.
It's heroin. I'm telling you, it's like crack. You start I'm right. You start using that stuff because it won't fire without it. After a while, they go, no, give me some of the good stuff.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you find your lawnmower going out down the driveway at 10:30 at night, sitting by a lamppost, trying to get something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cold turkey
It's just
lawnmower.
like the diesels. If you do it to diesels, if you start feeding them ether every cotton picking time, that's the only thing that thing's going to start up on is ether.
So do you guys think it's because of the fuel setting over the winter with the stabilizer in it that it needs it?
You have to bear in mind. Don't forget what you're doing every year is you're leaving the fuel in the machine. That fuel has to break down to a certain level. It will start to separate. Unleaded fuel in this country, I swear, starts to break down after 30 days. After 30 days, it has that urine sample look about it. Okay, so it's starting to break down. You've got alley and you've got brass components inside the carburetors. They're not the best of materials. They don't get on with each other. They never have done. So the petrol will sit around by the main jet. There's a little tiny counter snuck bit by the main jet. The fuel sits up in there and it gums up. The reason why it won't start is because that main jet is probably not plugged, but it's been narrowed. A bit like someone who smokes, the arteries get plugged or they start to tighten. If you literally just have no fuel in there, there's nothing for those main jets to become even smaller. So that's why sometimes you see me with a carburetor. I'll have a round file. I'll put it up in the jet. I'll take a bit more material off. I'm just taking the excess gum off of that needle eye. And that's the reason why it won't start without it, because you're putting something in a lot more flammable that the engine needs. If you take all the fuel out of it and the carburetor is crystal clean, it won't ever need it. It should never need it. The only time I would say you need to have stuff like that is these boys who work in Alaska, who have got these big dozers and they're having to spray stuff in the air intake because the machine is so goddamn cold and full of moisture, it won't fire. Where you are, it don't get like that in the spring months. So you shouldn't. No, it's like crack to an engine.
He won't. Shane probably won't start cutting grass until like May.
Yeah,
if he's lucky.
Shouldn't need it. You shouldn't.
Actually, here we start probably about April 10th. It's okay. I'm telling you, Doug, it's so weird. Now this year we started the 1st of April. It was already ready to go. But it was cold. We were cutting. It was 47 degrees when we started cutting.
Really?
Yeah,
so
it was.
You see a lot of my engines I work on, it's in good temperature. Yes, they may have been sat for 2 years. And the first thing I do is get a bit of carb cleaner, take the plug out, quick spray in the old head, do it back up, and I fire it. It's firing for 2 seconds. That way I know it's got compression, it's got spark, and the machine does actually run, or has the ability to run. Apart from
I'm going to do a video. I'm sorry, Mick.
No, go on, you carry on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a video on this Kohler out here. It ain't ran in 5 years.
What's up, everybody?
They're all coming in
When
today.
I
Look,
go to,
tax come up.
when I go crank it up, oh God, the ninja, another ninja. When I go crank it up, I'm gonna check the oil. I ain't gonna put no fuel to it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pull the plug and spin her over first.
Yeah.
And then put the plug back into it and gave her a little shot of carb cleaner and see if she'll pop off.
It's Doug.
No, him.
Yeah. It's all about maintenance. It's and preventive maintenance, and you're doing some of it already. But you need to get in the
doing
habit.
A lot of it.
You need to get in the well, his hours are getting his machines are getting some hours on them, and it's good that you're doing it. But ideally, you want to go out there. You want to go out there day one, beginning of the season, fire your machines up, and you expect them to run. End of. And if you're doing your winter checks properly, yes, mate.
You coming in, honey?
Shane, if you're doing your winter, it's tack.
What's up, bro?
Here comes the stunner.
Here comes the missus.
It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Miss Sarah.
How you doing, honey?
How you doing, Miss Sarah?
So, yes. Alexander says hello, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
So you have to.
Hey, buddy.
You have to just think about what's good for you. What do you want your machines to do? And how much more work do you want to do beginning of the season? Because two-stroke stuff, if you don't take the fuel out of that, no matter how much stabilizer you put in there, you're still leaving fuel in the machine. End of. And the carburetors are so small, they need nothing to block them up. Nothing.
Here's the biggest problem we have is you get one side telling you one thing, one side telling you another, and you don't know what to believe. You think if one side says it and it's worked for so many years, it's okay to go with it. So that's what I went with.
Okay. So let's go back to basics. Let's go back to pre-stabilization of fuel. What did they used to do?
Run them dry.
Run them dry. And then
used to use alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. That used to be alcohol in there, but before they could put this stabilizer in the run them dry, and someone come up with the idea, well, what if I leave my fuel in, but I can stabilize it off? It should be fine. So it's a good idea, and it works to a degree. But if you're in a business that the machines need to fire up and it's your bread and butter, I would never run the risk. I'll go back to old school ways and run them dry. Take it out.
And what I would do every day when I'm done with my machine, I would cut the fuel off and run the bowl dry.
Yeah. Oh,
that way you won't get a sticky. You won't.
What I do with mine, Doug, is I have my tanks low anyway, and then I will run the machine, but I will put a rag under the bowl. I'll undo that 10 mil nut 3/4 way, and have all that fuel, have the machine running, and have that rest of that fuel that's set in the bowl coming right out. And then I would leave the nut off the bowl for about an hour. I'll leave the fuel cap off the machine for about an hour. That way, everything has evaporated. Put it all back together.
Evaporates out.
Yeah. I got a question, guys. On my Skag, there is no shutoff. It's either left tank or right tank.
But you must have.
I would
somewhere.
put it.
You must have somewhere there, Shane, where it comes down to the carburetor. So if you're draining your fuel out,
wherever it comes in together.
Yeah, or whether it comes in together, or put one in there, Shane. Put a line in.
You can always put in a shutoff valve in there, Shane.
Yeah, put one in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm getting.
I do it when I'm done with my grass cutter. It's going to be. I'm sorry, Shane.
I'm selling the mower in 4 weeks. So when I get the new mowers, what I'm going to do is straight away put the shutoff valve on it if it doesn't have one, That way I'm starting out. And then the other thing, Tack, they were talking about, and honestly, I didn't even think about it because everything comes pre-gas. They put a sleeve over our spark plugs here. I don't know if they do that, Mick, where you're at, but they run a sleeve down over it so it doesn't get bumped in the box. But I'm going to
they do that here. But what I'm saying to you is such a fine error. We get plplugs in thousands, you know.
Yep.
So it is such a minuscule error. I had a big Hater 48 Pro last year, and it was running a bit iffy. It was doing okay, but it's running a bit rough. So I give it a full service after 2 months on the road, and I got the spark plug out, put it in the thing, and it's gapped around about 30 thou somewhere in there. Put it in, and it ran worse than the old spark plug. How does that work? So then I took the plug back out, and I gapped it. I pulled it. Sweet as a nut.
Well, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start gapping my own plugs because it's one of those things. They tell you, hey, it's pre-gap. We're in a hurry. We go home. We put them in, expecting that they're telling us the truth.
Yeah.
And then we run the motor, and then you guys that do it all the time for a living are saying, no, gap the plug, make sure it's right.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, it's a question of lots of people do round my way do servicing, lots of people. And they would put a fresh filter in, new oil, a new spark plug, and that's that machine service. Exactly. I agree. But if it's not serviced to spec, if it's not actually done as per the standard says it should be done, that machine is not going to run as God intended it to.
Yep.
So
another thing is too, Shane. Do you go to Skag and you buy a Kawasaki oil filter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. If you really think about it,
I don't buy any.
Really think about it, okay. If you really think about it, okay, you're paying maybe $10 for that filter. All right. You could go and get you a Fram, a CarQuest. What do you use on your vehicle? What filter do you use on your vehicle?
I take it in to get the oil change because we're so busy. There's really no time.
Yeah. Okay. They're using a cheap oil filter. They're charging you out the tail for it. I use Fram. I like Fram oil filter.
Fram is pretty good.
A lot of people, yeah. Sometimes I use CarQuest. You know, you could get just as good oil filter for that motor for less money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're paying for the name. You're not paying for the brand and the quality of the filter. You can put any filter that you really like and you're loyal to on that motor.
Well, Fram's always the filter I used when I was younger, when cars were easier to work on. And I had the time. I changed my oil up till I was 30 years old, and I always used the Fram. I just didn't know Fram was available for a motor on that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll basically do the same job, but it just doesn't matter how much you pay for them, really.
Yeah. Have you seen the new oil filters on the John Deere ride-ons at the moment? The John Deere equivalent. Have you seen them?
No.
They're all sealed. You can only buy them from John Deere. At the moment, you can't buy a copied part for it, and they're just literally a clip-on, clip-off filter. Done.
I don't like them.
I hate them.
It's like some of the newer cars, like my car. The filter instead of going underneath the engine where you just twist it off and replace it. Mine is on top of the engine. It's this round filter about this big, about that long, and you pull it out, and you put the new one in. There's no, you don't have an oil mess, and I don't like it personally because I don't know how reliable that is. But
yeah, I don't think it is reliable for a filter to be on top of the engine.
Exactly.
Although it's got a filtration system in it, which is good. Most of the stuff, if it's not running around the engine, and most lawnmowers work on a splash system theory. All the oil is not being recycled.
And another thing, Shane. Another thing, I don't use Freaking Stratton or.
Say again, Jason.
I don't know if you've noticed on your Astrovan, but on the Astravans, like the filters are on top on them, so you sit them in rather than go from the bottom of the engine upwards.
Yeah, crap.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't use, Shane, I do not use the little flat fuel filters. I do not use the paper-looking little plastic fuel filters. I get automotive see-through fuel filters. That's what I use.
Okay. Rob, you can message me, email me on my channel, mate. Rob, if you go to my channel, there's an email address in there somewhere, one of the videos. You can email me over separately, mate. No worries.
Because them little Briggs & Stratton fuel filters, all they are is a screen. There's no paper. There's nothing in there that's going to protect anything. That's going to go through that screen and go in that carburetor.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I use automotive fuel filters.
Hey, Doug, do you
yes, sir.
one of those oil evacuators?
No.
The siphon pumps?
I do.
No, I don't have one. I wish I did. I wish I did.
I do, baby. Yeah, I got one. If you got one, boats, they're brilliant.
No,
I wish I had one.
They're brilliant. You can get them on Amazon for about, I think they're about 20 quid, about $28, and mine's a 9-litre pump. I just cut the end of a hose off at an angle so it gets every last drop, and literally you put the hose in, you pump it 3 or 4 times, and it takes all the oil out. Lovely. It's all stored, all clean.
Here at work in the Army, we have something similar to that, but it hooks up to a like an air supply, and the force of the air pulls it all out. Really, it's like seconds, and the whole tank is empty.
Yeah, and you can get some good results if you just ride your ride-on mower onto a board, tip it up on the right angle, you can get every last drop out of it. Absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you something, you can see if you filter that all out into a separate jug, you can see what stuff that is coming out of there. And if you do a service every 2 months and you're still getting bad oil in there, that just goes to prove the theory. Should you take the oil out beginning of the season or end of the season? You know what I mean?
I got something to add to that. You can also too send that oil off and get an analysis onto it, and it'll tell you either you're getting too much burn in your oil, you're getting gas in your oil.
Shane, did you just give me a super chat?
I did.
You are a wicked person, and no need for that. Cheers, buddy.
We used to do that oil analysis on the big trucks, on the big diesel trucks, to let them know if there's any cam wear, if there's any bearing wear.
Yeah, and that does also provide you with some good history of how your engine's doing. Because you boys, I mean, I was talking to someone in lawn care just the other day. They wanted to know who was it? Oh, it was Leighton, M. Leighton.
M. Linton.
Yeah, Linton. Yeah, he wanted
He's
to know.
He's a good man.
Yeah, he's cool. I haven't long come across him. He wanted to know if there's a way that he could increase the RPMs on his ride-on. And the answer is yes, there is. And I told him how to do it. But you have to bear in mind, if you're going to adjust that governor, just a hair's breadth, just to give you a bit more RPM, you need to then up your service straight away.
Well, I'll tell you what Mark wants, and I know this because he's running a Gravely and it doesn't have a lot of speed. He's wanting to get a little bit more speed out of it, and he didn't ask me, but there's a handle adjustment on it that you can turn out to where the handles will go forward just a tad more.
Yeah.
But then you risk the motor being overworked.
Yep. Yeah. It's exactly that. It's exactly. I mean, the
another
engine
thing is.
Go on, Doug.
Another thing is too, if you bring the RPMs up on those motors, the motors are set for 3,600 RPMs. Okay, then flywheels can only take maybe 4,000. Chances are they might come apart. And another thing is on these hydros pumps, you ain't gonna get no faster. You're just gonna blow them apart.
Yeah, the Gravely
just gonna bypass the seals in them.
The Gravely he has is a very small Gravely. It's not heavy duty commercial, and I've told him the best option for him is to go ahead and try to sell it and just upgrade, because he's doing quite a few lawns, and the grass where he's at in Maryland was really thick. That's another thing that's hard on the mower. The thicker the grass, the wetter the grass, that motor has to work extremely hard. I change my oil and do maintenance about every 3 weeks in the spring compared to the summer, just because you're mowing constant and it's so thick, and you can hear the motor working hard to get through it.
Yeah. So then the answer is
he running single blade?
Well, the answer is double. The answer is double cut, then, isn't it? But you ain't got time for double cut.
Exactly. Well, I'll cut it to 4 inches, and then I'll recut it to 4 inches just to spread the grass around. But we're getting rain 3-4 days a week. We're mowing in the rain, and it's growing as fast as you can cut it. There's just no. It's just, it's what the situation is. So the mowers, it gets really rough on them. But I didn't know he asked you about running up the RPM, because Nick and I told him both, you need to get a bigger motor and a bigger mower if you're trying to.
I would argue the fact that if you can adjust the governor arm ever so slightly, in my opinion, you're adjusting it correctly, because you are adjusting the governor of it. So by adjusting the governor arm, you're also manipulating the carburetor setting as well. But there are other tricks that you can do as well on top of that to make the machines run a lot faster than what they need to. And Doug Sweeney would know, because he runs mud mowers, which is effectively a lawnmower, ride-on lawnmower, and he's adjusted it so that it will go like a bat out of hell, But you run the risk if not doing properly. Like Doug, do you increase your oil seals and what have you if you've got a real high powered one?
The one I just got done building is ungoverned. All right.
Yeah.
It does run about 4,500 RPM, but I don't hold it at 4,500 RPM. I don't hold it all the time at 4,500 RPM.
Yeah, because if you did, you need to be increasing to stronger seals to hold it all together. Otherwise, it just self-implode and just piss itself on the road.
The rods, the piston, the flywheel. You know what I mean?
That's the same for any ride on any mower. If you're increasing it over the spec, you need to be upgrading the rest of it. It's no different to having a racing car. When you get a car and you want to put a bigger carburetor on it, and to increase the RPM, bigger filters so that it sucks more air in, or bigger turbos. You can't just put that stuff on and turn the key. You have to upgrade everything else, and it's the same with lawnmowers. The best thing to do, if your lawnmower's working harder, change your blades, resharpen your blades, get it cutting better. You know what I mean? Because if your blades are sharp and they're cutting, it should be no more work for the machine, because it's not nice and.
And then if you're using Molten blades, that's one thing. If you're using non-Molten blades, I've seen some of the grass cutters, lawn cutters, using 2 blades on 1 spindle. That's a lot of work for that spindle.
That's now what, Doug. would you advise against that? Because that's
Yes.
what everybody's telling me to do is put 2 blades on, and I won't do it.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
do that. Don't do that.
You gotta wear out your bearings twice as fast.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna wear out your pulley head. Okay. You're gonna wear out your belts. Okay. That puts more strain on your motor.
Not only
Okay.
that, Doug. Not only that,
I
Doug.
wouldn't do it.
It also changes. Everything on a lawnmower works off of a centrifugal force. So your blade is balanced correctly.
Right.
If you have another blade on there that is possibly, as per manufacturer, not balanced the same as your original blade, your centrifugal force is going to change, giving you more vibration.
Yep. You're gonna wear out your bearings.
If one blade is worn heavier than the other, everything to do with centrifugal forces is taken out, and therefore it won't run as well, and it's working twice as hard.
So let me ask you this, Mick, is
Sitting here talking on a live stream.
is putting the mulching blades on, can you just put mulching blades on? Does that change anything?
Say again, mate. Hang on, let me put Doug down there. It's in
Putting on mulching blades, does that change anything?
Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does.
So what do you do? What would you do once you put the mulching blades on? Is there anything I can do to change things?
Not at all. But it all depends. It all depends what you're trying to achieve by putting a mulching blade on it. You know, if you can't just run mulching blades all year round if you're not mulching.
True.
Right, just for leaves.
You're not just for leaves. Yeah, that's okay because you're not overly worried about the condition of the lawn because you're just mulching it up. That's what you're doing.
Okay.
So that'd be fine. But a mulching blade shouldn't be used for anything else. Other than trying to add additional natural fertilizer to a lawn. If you're going to mulch a lawn and leave the grass down to try and give it extra nutrients, then that's fine. Again, you're not overly concerned about the state of the lawn. You're trying to encourage it to grow better.
Sure.
But a mulching blade won't do the same job as any other standard blade. You can't just use a mulch blade just because that's what you have fitted.
See, we have guys here in Columbus that will use nothing but mulching blades.
Some people do.
I usually, when I had my last business back before I was in the Army, I ran mulching blades in the spring and in the fall when the grass was growing the fastest, and I needed it to get mulched up and put it back in the grass as fertilizer.
Yep.
And that's all I was doing. I wasn't doing overseeding. I wasn't doing any fertilization. All I did was mow. So in the springtime, when you're getting the water from all the snow that's melting, the grass is growing a lot, I mulched it. During the summertime, when it starts getting a little bare, I run just regular old blades. And then back in the fall, when the leaves start dropping, I use mulching blades again. Yeah,
exactly that. It's a question of what you're trying to achieve, and at different times of the year, you're trying to achieve different things. You're not worried about Shane just cutting grass and going right. You want to have that lawn wants to look good because the customer likes it and wants you'll get return business.
Sure.
So as long as you are using the right tools at the right time of season, and you're preparing the lawn for the next type of season within the summer. Like Tack was saying, in the springtime, you got that nice, thick, rich grass, really chunky, full of nutrients, full of moisture. If you're mulching that to put it back down to give the grass more nutrients back into it to fertilize it on, then that's great. But if you're not going to achieve that and you don't want to mulch it, then take the grass off. Because you're doing it no favors by cutting it with a normal blade. It's not. The engine's going to be overworking and it's going to be struggling. The deck's going to get covered in grass and all that sort of stuff. But you guys are not big on bagging, are you? You're not big baggers.
No, there's not a lot of bagging that goes on in my area, just for the simple fact that everybody likes the grass back into their lawn, and they like the nutrients because a lot of them get it sprayed. And they feel like if it's sprayed and you bag the grass, you're taking away.
No, disagree.
A lot of people.
I'm with you.
I know. Yeah, I disagree fully.
You can't get people to understand that once It's
Well,
straight.
you are lawn care services. So I mean, when I cut a lawn, let's say I've had a couple of jobs this year, and the grass is like up to my knees, you know, and I've had to trim it first because the mower won't take it. Then I then put my big Honda on it, and I said, well, if I cut this grass, your lawn's going to be dead. And they said, well, leave the grass on it as a nutrient. I said, no, the grass is already dead. It's green on the top, but underneath it's gone. So let's take it off. Let's fertilize it. Let's reseed it and put a bit of sharp sand down so the seed can grab hold of it, all that sort of stuff. I said, your lawn's going to be crap this summer. It's gone. Forget it. We'll get it back next year. You know. And if they're not happy with that, then I'll say, well, I'm not cutting it, because if you want me to cut it and make it look nice within the first cut, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, we get a lot of that here.
Now, I don't know how it is over where Shane's at, but where I'm at in Ohio, people don't they don't want to pay for, say you come out and you got a lawn that needs to be bagged because it's 2 feet high or up to your waist, where it's already gone. There's nothing you're going to do to save it that mow or the next mow or even that year. People they don't want to pay for you to bag it, because obviously that's an extra charge. You don't just go out to your regular charge and bag a yard because you're going to spend twice or triple the amount of time there. People don't want to pay for that here.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's what's sad.
Over here, pretty much the lawns are quarter the size of your guys' lawns that you guys are doing over here.
Yeah.
But they expect the baggage of the grass cuttings to go. They don't want it on the lawn unless they want it mulched and to refertilize. And the springtime's not the right time to do it, because the springtime it's got all that fresh, lovely green grass already on it. That's not the time to mulch for me. The time to mulch is just before it gets dry. So you're adding the extra additional mulcher back into the lawn. But everywhere is different. But it's a question for you guys: are you using the right equipment for the right lawns? And are the right blades? Are they sharp enough? Are they balanced enough? And there's so many criterias. The problem is, Shane, is you're cutting, let's say, 10 lawns a day. Each lawn has a different care criteria. You don't have 10 different mowers and 15 different settings for you to qualify for that. And I'm in the same boat. I cut 4 lawns right next door to each other. It's beautiful. But each lawn requires a different setting and possibly a different mower to cut that lawn. So I generally take 2, because 2 are a bit bumpy and 2 are fantastic. But if you don't change it up and you don't adjust for settings and adjust the revs or whatever, then 2 lawns look good and 2 lawns look crap. you know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
Well, gentlemen, I gotta go. It was great being in here with you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed it.
And tell Doug I said see you later in boats. And Jason, nice seeing you. And Tag, I'll see you tonight at 5.
Yeah,
I'll see you tonight.
You're welcome. There should be a little tiny red cross right down the bottom. Shane, you touch the red cross, and that'll take you out the stream.
All right, boss. Thank you.
No worries. See you later, mate.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, Shane's off out. That's cool. There's a link for someone else. I'll probably go to around about 4:30, gents, because it'll be time for dinner and all the rest of it very, very shortly. So
Daddy,
the link is in the chat somewhere. Yes, Riley boy.
you want me to try?
We've got a few more. We've still got 5 minutes. It's been a really good stream. I've really enjoyed today's stream. Actually, it's been a good stream.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah, the link is should be somewhere up in the chat. Let me see. 2 seconds, Riley boy. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, the link is in the chat in the live stream, a bit further up. So if anyone wants it, they feel free to do it. I'm just going to refresh my page because now that Shane has left, my live stream is mucking about. So I'm going to leave and come back. So talk amongst yourselves for 2 minutes.
What part of Ohio are you in, Tactical?
I'm just north of Dayton.
Oh, okay.
I'm west of Columbus and north of Cincinnati.
Okay, my buddy's in Springboro.
Okay, I know where Springboro is at.
Yep. I'm meaning to get down there and visit him. He's been going through cancer for the last 2 years.
No, I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. So, but so you were in the Army?
I am in the Army still, yes.
Oh, okay. All
yeah,
right.
I've got. Let me see here. I'm on a countdown right now. I got 22 days left until I go home for good.
You're a short timer then.
Yeah, I'm not doing 20 years.
I was so thankful when I became a short timer.
Yay.
It's fun while it lasted. Now I'm off to better things.
Yeah. I tell you what, time goes by fast. I can't believe I've been out 30 years now.
Yeah.
Folks, are you still in your dressing gown or what?
My dressing gown?
Yeah.
My bathrobe?
Oh, is it a bathrobe? This looks like a bathrobe.
Yeah. I heard Shane talking about that Gravely mower. I would love to have a small Gravely.
I know exactly what he's talking about with the Gravely's. The Gravely's aren't the fastest mowers, but they are good mowers.
Oh, for a home, someone around the corner from me has one, and man, it cuts beautiful.
It's a beautiful cut, but he's right. It's a slower motor. It's not like a John Deere or a Skag where you can get up, go, and still have the striping there. It's a slower motor, but it does a beautiful cut on the lawn.
Yeah.
The problem is all the lawn care boys. It's a rat race, right? You get up in the morning, you get out, you hit sunny lawns. If you see bad weather coming in the afternoon, you want it all cut in the morning, and you know it's devil's advocate. It's the way it is. So you might have a slower mower that provides a better cut, but it's not actually as quick as you would like. You run the risk of running over the next day's work, and that's going to forever be the problem you're going to come across. You know. Until you get artificial grass, when you sort of at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, but it's good to see that there are many different types of mowers out there working away. Over here, the council who do most of the public sort of areas, they run the same old stuff. John Deere's and Hondas are the pick of choice.
I'm not a Honda fan.
And they're the same. They're just literally just cutting and moving on to the next one. You know, so it's what do you use and how do you keep it running is the best question. And I think it's open to interpretation depending on the lawns that you're cutting. If you're cutting different varied lawns, you need varied equipment. Simple as that.
Listening to the chat, I think I'm gonna switch my mulching blade on my Honda Rider for a regular blade.
Because
I don't need to mulch all the time.
Yeah, then don't. And also, if you're mulching, I think Pete put a good answer in. If you're mulching as well, it won't bag as well because you're not getting the lift out the blade. That's also another problem. If you're trying to bag your stuff, you won't get the lift. Oh, who's this? Oh Lord, now we're in trouble.
Yeah. When you're mulching, and one of the things that you risk when you're mulching is over mulching your property, right?
Yeah.
Because the more you mulch, the more you
Hang on, Tack. We're getting some interference here. Is that someone you got YouTube on, Jay?
Do what?
If you got YouTube on, it's a very, very bad line.
Hold on, I'll go outside.
Yeah, go on, Tack.
But anyway, so if you're mowing a farm property, say you mow it once a week, right? And you mulch it every time, and you got to think, I don't know how it is there, but here you're on a property for probably about 8 months, right?
Yeah.
So about 36 weeks, and you're mulching it every week. All that the ground's not gonna just automatically take in all that nutrients. It's just going to start layering, and then you're going to kill out your grass anyways. You should never mulch.
You bang on. You know, the idea of fertilizing a lawn is to give it additional nutrients, and your lawn will take it if it needs it. If it don't need it, it ain't going to take it, and you do more harm.
And then you're just going to kill the grass that you just cut, and it's just going to layer it, and it's going to kill your lawn.
Exactly that. Tim Palmer said, Mick, how many gardens can you do on a full tank of petrol? On my Hater 48 Pro, I can probably do about 8 lawns on a full tank of juice, which is They're good sized lawns. I think my tank holds probably about 2 litres of fuel, if that. Nothing compared to what you guys use on ride-ons. It's just a professional drive mower with a big metal roller on the back, so its stripes absolutely spanking. So how you doing, Jay? Are you okay, buddy? Not seen you for a little while, couple of days.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good man. Is it nice and warm where you are?
Yeah, it's hot today. It was hot yesterday too.
Have you been up to much or not?
Yeah, I finished up my side job yesterday, and today I just hanging around the house and stuff.
Cool. Well, I'm just getting ready for my Sunday dinner. What have we got for dinner? Sausage for dinner. It's just sausage. Who this one? That's J and J.
Hi,
JJ.
Hi, buddy.
Daddy, what are we trying?
That's Boats. Boats is still in his bathrobe there. Look, see that? There's Boats. Look, he's still in his bathrobe.
No, not him.
Which one? This one here. That's Tack.
Saw you.
That one. That's Tack. Which one? That's Doug. Doug's doing something else. Doug's probably on the toilet or something. He'll be back later. When he comes back, he'll say hi. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Absolutely full of it at the moment, that boy. Absolutely full of it. I don't know what's that. He's like rocking and rolling.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I'm on my stream.
You are on live. You are the live stream, Riley boy. Yeah. Yeah, that's my camera. Yeah, that's my camera. You're just mucking about with. I can see that. Good. Oh look, someone says hi, Riley boy. M. Hawkins, 1975.
Daddy.
Yeah.
What were we trying?
We're gonna wrap it up very shortly. Yeah. We're gonna. Oh, what have I got? Have I got feedback?
No.
Someone's got feedback. Who's got feedback?
Not me.
It ain't me.
Not me.
Let's see who it is. Let's do you first. See who it is. Is that any better? Yes, yep. J&J, you got feedback, brother. J&J, you got feedback, brother.
I don't see how I'm outside.
It's work. I'm telling you, it's because you're on a mobile device. That's what it is. Mobile device are nowhere near as good as a laptop and what have you.
Well, see, I can't wait till I get my tablet because it's going to be so much better.
Tablets are okay. They're not as good as the laptop, without a doubt, or PC, without a doubt. But it's good. Are you all right, Jace? You still awake there, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Good man. As long as you are. It's been a.
He just sat there listening to everybody's conversation.
It must. I must be a lightweight to do one lawn, and I've had enough. It's all about the money. I don't see. For me, lawn care is not a massive thing for me because I do. Feedback because I do a lot of because I do a lot of I do a lot of maintenance, so therefore I don't have to worry about cutting so many lawns because I can earn just as much money doing repairs for you guys that can't repair your own machines. You know what I mean? So for me, I might even drop my lawns next year because I just don't need them. I can earn the money through just doing repairs on different machines. So, but doing me right, gentlemen. As much as I'd love to stay on for another 5 hours, Mrs. P's and Nana have got dinner on the go, and it won't be long. So I'm going to start to shut the stream down. For those of you that have not yet done so, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, one or the other. I don't really mind. It's irrelevant. Yeah. But we've got to have our dinner now. Yeah, we'll do another fest on another day, not a problem. But thank you very much, Tack, for coming in. It's been fantastic to see you, buddy boy.
It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Boats. Thank you, Jay. I don't know where your uncle's gone. He's probably gone somewhere. I'll leave Doug on until I can find him. Where are you based, Mick? I need a lawnmower technician. I'm down in West Sussex on the south coast is where I am. I don't know if I'm anywhere near you, but I'm right down the south coast. So thank you very much, gents. If you'd like just to drop off, hit the old red button to go out. That'd be cool. And I'll start to close the stream down.
Here we go.
And you can all catch me on my videos on YouTube. You know where to go. Check out all the channels in the chat. And thank you very much. So start to drop out. That'd be cool.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you can end it in a minute, mate. Yeah. There's Tack. Cheers, Boats. Ta-da, buddy boy.
Bye, Boat. I'll be telling you come back.
Yeah, they're going.
Bye, Ryan.
52 thumbs up. Yeah. Right, I'll see you soon, Jay. Take it easy, buddy.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do a live video here soon.
Yeah, right, mate. I'll try and hook up. No worries, mate. I'll try and hook up.
Alrighty.
All right, take it easy, mate.
Later, mate.
All right, I think Doug is Doug shot off, so I'll I don't know if you can you hear me, Doug? Because I'm just about to shut the stream down, buddy boy. There he is. Yeah, Doug, I'm just about to shut the stream down, mate, and we're done for the day, buddy boy. I know you've been on the phone. Unmute yourself, Mel Cookie.
Cookie.
There he is.
Daddy.
Hey, mate.
Hiya, buddy. That's no worries, mate. We're just about to shut the stream down, mate. 4:30
Okay.
dinner time in the old household. So thank you very much for coming on, Doug, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, no problem, brother. Anytime, whatever you. I'm here. I'm here for you, bro.
I'll give you a shout on Hangouts or something during the week. That'd be cool.
We'll see you, brother. Bye,
Yeah, all
Rob.
right, mate. No worries. Yeah, say bye, Doug.
Bye,
See you, buddy.
Nice. Right, see you later on.
Bye, y'all.
Right. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Riley, push a button here, please.
If you want
Right, hit the button here.
Bye.
And which one here?
Bye. Bye. Bye.